Konnichiwa, everybody. Hello, everybody. Josuiji Shinri from HOLOSTARS English. Yo, TEMPUS. I am very tired today again. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for all the gift subs during pre-chat. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for all the hearts. If you receive one, please enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. I'm very tired. I don't know when this happened or why it's happening, but recently the insomnia has gotten, it's been getting bad, so I don't know why. I think I fell asleep around like 3. I think like around 3. I went to bed at like, what, 12:30? The last thing I did was I recorded that little video tweet YouTube short thing. I was actually we were talking in the Discord, and like I hadn't responded to my messages, and I was like, oh yeah, sorry about like replying so slowly. I was like lying in bed for like an hour just dissociating. Ooh. It's gotten to the weird point of like, okay, so like I like power scrolled through Twitter, power scrolled through Reddit, power scrolled through TikTok, just power scrolled through like all this, just everything. I'm like just looking for something to like get my mind off things. I just haven't been able to find one. Excuse me. You know, one of those times when you're just kind of like looking for things and you're like just, I guess in a way like bored. You're looking for things to like distract you from things. I just couldn't figure out what it was, so I like spent an hour doing that, and I was like, well, can't find anything, so I'm just gonna lie in bed here. R/mildly interesting is a weakness. Procrastination from sleeping could be that too, maybe. And I've just been really tired recently. In Japanese, they have a sound effects for hugging. It's cute. A wonderful stream, Queen. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. Have you gotten your insomnia looked at? Not yet. I don't know where to get that looked at. Period. Full stop. To like take like a weekend to figure that one out. People, hello. Thank you so much for the super chat. Good morning, Shinri. Today's my birthday. I'm 30 now. Also, happy Thai Lao New Year. Happy birthday, people. Happy birthday. Welcome to the 30s gang. Congratulations on surviving another year around the sun. Did you hear that the Japan Rail Pass is increasing by 70% in October? That's quite a lot. Oh my gosh. I did not hear about that. It's wild. It's only crunchier on crunchier from here on. Yeah, it's only gonna get crunchier and crunchier. Make sure you take care of your health. Take care of your health and your body and wiggle around as much as you can. Damn, 70%. Yeah, that's a lot. I don't remember when mine there's a lot of rails actually. I don't know which one. Is it the JR line that's going up by like 70%, or it's like just the general like intracity subways? Do you do to make yourself sleepy? I just lie in bed and try to force myself to sleep. Really? My back was super crunchy last night. It surprised even me. Yeah, I think it's one of those where you just kind of have to like incorporate like stretching and flexibility into your routine. So I try changing your sleep position. Sometimes switching to the opposite side of the bed helps for some reason. I haven't been able to do that. I flip my bed over, but I can only sleep on my sides. It's really difficult for me to sleep on my back. You text the Minecraft rail now. I need to get back to finishing the rails for that one at some point. I tend to watch videos of people making stuff. Found out if they're relaxing and make me sleepy. Ooh, that's gonna be nice too, yeah. I think I have, let's see, there's a couple of people that I watch when it comes to like background noise. So I have a few of those, and if they're not live or if their VODs are like ones I've already watched over, I'll try to find other things. I've tried ASMR for relaxing and sleeping. I think from the most part, ASMR, like I don't feel the tingles. I don't really feel the tinglies, but like spoken verbal ASMR, when like people are talking to you, that one helps me a lot. So sometimes I'll listen to that. Only noise that puts me to sleep is white and red noise and rain noise. That's very comforting too, yeah. I know I used to like have ASMR, like the tingles. Not so much anymore, but I think that's because I just get way too stressed and I'm like forcing myself to relax and it doesn't work. Fern Okwedi, good morning. Hope you have a great day. Thank you. Hope you have a great day as well. And Mingzi, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. You received one. Please enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. Thank you for, can we show some hearts in chat? Or the gifted memberships. Not sure you can force yourself to relax. Yeah, that's the difficult part. The tingles used to happen to me, but not so much. The only tingles that actually worked for me are like scissors, like the barbershop ones. Those are the only like when the scissors get very close to your ear, like that sensation is the only thing that gives me tingles. But that's more like danger tingles than anything else. I use a Sherlock Holmes audiobook read by Benedict Cumberbatch that puts me to sleep instantly. I highly recommend it if you can find it. Thank you, Future Cracks. Thank you. I'll have to go see if I can figure out where that is. Yeah, the danger tingles. That's because when I was like a small child, I used to get my hair cut by this one person. It was the same place because like we had like a family barber. And by family barber, it was just like the cheap one that would always cut our hair in one go because we were busy and my parents would take us all there when I was very small. But like, he would always do this weird thing where he clacks the scissors or like snips the scissors, and then he gets closer and closer to like the back of your head, and then you can like feel the scissors like brushing against the hair in the back of your head, and then that gives me like the tinglies, and then that's the only thing that works like when it comes to tingles. But yeah. They always joked about how they were gonna cut my ear off if I wiggled around too much, and then I was like, wait a minute, isn't that bad for business? And then I forget what the story was, but like that's why I call them like the danger tingles, because the general threat of cutting off my ears and then like snipping my hair and all that. So I was very small and impressionable, and I didn't know what was going on, except I just knew that like it didn't really make sense to snip the ears off or cause harm to your customers. Yeah. Chat, my coffee is still too hot. I can't sip on it. Oh no. Too much hot coffee, right? Have you seen a guy cutting hair with an axe? I've only seen... I think I know which one you're talking about, but yeah. Oh gosh. Can't cut your tongue. You got cat stomach? Well, no, it's just like still steaming hot, that's why. Momi Mamomi! Okoiri, thank you so much for re-upping the membership. Shinri, could you pet my head? Could you pet my head and say, Yoshi Yoshi? Iko Iko? It means you are a good koi. Wow. Yoshi Yoshi. Iko Iko. Pat pat. You are a good koi, Momi Mamomi. Thank you so much for re-upping the membership. Took me years not to flinch. It is a scary thing. Just like when you're younger, it like spooks out. It spooks you a bit more than normal. I hate the itchiness from haircuts. Honestly, yeah, same here. Every single time I get a haircut, I have to go and take a shower immediately. Just like get rid of all the little bits of hair that were cut off. The tiny little pieces that end up sticking to your skin and making you feel super itchy all day long. I just go and take a shower. I have to. I can't get the rest of the day. Yeah. In my case, it was a sensory issue. Oh. Still flinch now. My neck gets so itchy. I used to know someone at my university who, I don't know how they did it. They woke up, they came to school, and they were like, "Hey, you ready for the career fair, job fair, one of those things where like a whole bunch of companies will come to your university and then just show off like, hey, here's what you can do at this Ronin Academy." Or like, you should come to this Ronin corporation where we walk differently than others, and this is how you wander around different countries compared to other ones, and things like that. So he woke up and then got a haircut at like 11 a.m. and then got dressed in like a business casual suit, like not something fancy, not something super fancy, but like enough, like formal enough that you can be presentable at the career fair. And then he just walked around the job fair with a haircut, and I don't know how he did it. Like, it did not faze him at all. You could see like on the back of his neck, like small like flecks of hair that were still fresh from being cut. And I'm like, dude, does that not like make your entire skin itchy? And he was like, no, it's fine. Like, do it all the time. I was like, how often do you do this, bro? But no, some people are just built different, I guess. Okay, let me see if this has cooled down enough. Oh, it's still pretty hot. That's okay. I'm getting my first sips of coffee now. I would die. Yeah, same here. I could not. Even just talking about it is making my body feel itchy right now. My hairdresser mother would never allow that to happen. I think, I don't know, some people are just built different. There's a lot of things that I figure that were like commonplace to a lot of people, but then you find out that no, just some people have different thresholds for things. Like how messy their room can get, or how dirty they let them, or how high they let the plates and dishes stack in the kitchen. Everyone has like different thresholds, and it's really interesting to find that out. How do you take your coffee? Black. No sugar, no creamer, just straight coffee. I tried cutting my father's hair, the tiny hairs dug themselves into my skin. Oh no. I know it's much my neck afterwards. I've been to a few places that do that. When I was living alone, as shonens do, I went to this one barbershop where they had like the full service thing. So they had like the beard trimming and the spray thing, and then like the scalp oil massage thing. I don't know, like it was a whole service. It cost a lot, but it was a whole service. And just wanted to thank you for all the comfort you provided. Your community led me to meeting my best friend ever, and I'm forever happy. Congratulations, and thank you so much for this super chat, Vinny. Thank you. Thank you for the first super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. Keisha, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm glad I found you in the kois. Ah. Thank you so much. I'm really glad to hear these stories. Thank you for sharing. I hope things continue to improve with everybody. Don't all barbers brush hair off at the end. The cheap ones just like very cursory brush over, and then that's it. They have like the really big duster thing, and then they just like dust the back of your neck. We did it. Oh, is it you two? Aww. I hope your friendship continues to grow, and that you don't let little, what are they called? Road bumps set you back too far. Shinri, just curious, are you a dark mode user or a light mode user? Dark mode, absolutely. No question about that. I have to dark mode everything. My eyes do not work in light mode. It's too bright. I get distracted by how bright everything else is in light mode, and I just can't. Flashbang, right? Exactly. Ever been to one of the Korean ones that vacuum? No, I have not. It's a pain not to have a haircut when your face shape allegedly won't work or make it work. I'd always thought that it was really up to like the customer if when it comes to like, you know, points of design choice and style choice. I don't know. You can always like cut it shorter, always like go lower and like shorter and shorter if it doesn't work. But I don't know. I feel like you should be able to be allowed to experience things and experiment. I mean, you can never go back once you got to the dark side. It's just my eyes at this point. At some point, I used to be like a light mode user until about 22, 23, 24, around then. Because I remember at that point, I never really cared about dark mode or light mode. It was just whatever the default was, I would just use it. And then at some point in my mid-20s, I woke up one day and I was looking at my computer monitor and I was like, wow, my eyes are a little sensitive today. And it wasn't because of a hangover. I knew it wasn't because of a hangover because wait, no, I wasn't. Actually, wait, I gotta think about this one. No, I'm pretty sure it wasn't a hangover. Oh no, but just my eyes were like sensitive in general to the like flashbang of a computer screen. Because maybe because it was, maybe it was, but now you know, doesn't matter at this point. Regardless, chat. Regardless, you know. At one point I was like, wow, my eyes are really sensitive, like the brightness is actually getting to me, and then that's when I started using dark mode. Ryan, hello, thank you so much for the yellow super chat. Haven't caught a live in a while. Fixing my gear for an archery competition tomorrow. Wish me luck. Good luck on the repairs, and good luck on the tournament. Good luck. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hope everything goes well. I use dark mode because I don't like flashbanging myself at night, right? I think that's it's probably one of the big things there too. I remember, where was it? Mm. There used to be this app that everyone used. I think it was called like Flux. It was like F period Lux F Flux or something like that. Flux. It was like a screen device that's supposed to made everything like sepia. Is what I remember. And I remember that one helping me a lot. And then like ever since then, I would start using those kinds of programs a lot more. Ventus Wolkras, Alquady, thank you so much for giving the membership. Currently working on an animated D&D fan art for the Tempest Boys. I'm wondering what D&D class would you like to be? I want to be my old D&D class. Cleric who heals people by slapping them. That's the one I'll default to. Because I didn't know what laying on hands meant, so that meant slapping people. So I healed people by slapping them. That's what I think that one. Mommy, not mommy, thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Can we get some hearts in chat for Mommy and the gifted memberships? If you receive one, please enjoy it. You can't imagine the emotes. You sound like a better doctor than Axel. I'm a healer, but slap, right? I forget what it was. Hang on, what is it called again? If you had lay on hands, you're a paladin. That's the ultimate noble self-sacrifice class, but not surprised. Was it a paladin? I think I only got to like level, I forget, 7. And then we got really busy, and then we just never got the chance to like schedule a proper group together, and then we just stopped playing. That was like a long time ago. I want to say lay on hands is a paladin skill. Probably is. It's been a long time. I played this back in high school with my friends. Shinri is the type of teacher who teaches his prodigy students through a fist of healing. I guess it was one of those. I heal you but deal 1d4 damage. That'll be funny. It would have to be simultaneously, right? No, it would have to... Oh wait, no. The slap damage would go through first, and then the heal. So they would have to at least have enough health to survive the slap before the healing effects kicked in. Tigo, Nokoiri, a wonderful time talking to you and the viewers. Hope you enjoy your fantastic Zatsu. Thank you. And Fang, Nokoiri as well. Hope you enjoy, continue to enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. Thank you so much for re-upping the memberships. It's like a figure check. Have you watched the D&D movie? I have not seen a single movie recently. The only movie, okay, I'm gonna be honest, the only movie that I've seen recently is a rewatch of Zombieland, and that was a watch along with the Kois. I have not been able to actually watch a movie, like a proper movie in a while. Would it be the physical or emotional damage? That's a good one. 1d4 is the damage of a knife, so that's a pretty influential slap. I'm probably sure it would just be like a damage, like 1 at most. Imagine getting killed by a slap meant to heal you, right? I don't, because like we were in high school back then, so like we never really followed. We tried following the rules, but then it got really boring because every single time we tried to take an action, we would always go back to refer to the rules. And at some point, I remember us just say, "This is dumb. Let's just have fun with it." And then we just kind of YOLO'd the rules, and then that's basically all I remember. Ainsley, hello, Okwedi. 2 months, how excited? Let's go. Thank you for re-upping the membership. And Dr. Super Chat. Hello, my favorite non-Italian koi lumber. How you do? Very tired and sleepy. Thank you for the super chat. What was our campaign? Our campaign was... I remember our DM friend putting a lot of work into the very beginning intro part about how we all ended up at the same city and ended up at the bar. There was like a sandstorm hitting a city, and we just happened to be in the area, and we're all taking shelter. We each came to the city for a thing like one of us was just a merchant looking to make more connections and business proposals from the locals there to like set up a trading route. And then what was I doing? I was trying to, what was my character's like lore? I don't remember actually. Something about being abandoned and looking for parents. And then we all had different stuff, but then like a sandstorm hits and then we all end up in a bar and then we get to know each other. And then we learn very quickly how easy it is to slip into metagaming. And then our DM friend's like, no, you can't do that, Shinri. That's metagaming. I'm like, what does that even mean? And then he'll be like, it's about when you try talking about things about the game that your characters don't know. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know what they don't know? And I was like 14 back then. I had no idea what was going on. Fantacular, thank you for the super chat. Today is my friend Erica's birthday. They are so talented, and I've been blessed to get to know them more over the last few months. Appreciate everything they have done. Happy birthday to Erica. Happy birthday. That's really wonderful. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for the super chat. I hope everything keeps getting better for everyone. Zatsu, thank you so much for re-upping the membership. Okoiri. Yeah, we tried to do the super like strict rules because we're like, oh, this is how you're supposed to play D&D. And then we realized we're a bunch of like high schoolers that didn't know what we were doing, and we just had like just YOLO'd it. Oh, okay. For the youngsters in chat, YOLO is an acronym. It's spelled YOLO, and it stands for you only live once. And then the implication is you because you only live once, you go ahead and just do it. Take your shot, shoot your shot, ask them out, jump, do a flip. Wait, no, that one's a bad one, right? That one has bad connotations. Don't do that one. Don't do the last one. Captain Yo, Cody, thank you for upping the membership. Days, thank you so much for the super chat. Wasn't able to watch Zatsu's live so far. Glad to watch one live. So comfy. Thank you. No, YOLO is pretty old. Hang on, wait, let's see. Let's go to Google. When did YOLO become a thing? 11 years, chat. YOLO became a thing 11 years ago. Yeah. 2010. About a decade, over a decade. YOLO has been around for a decade. I know because I saw a couple of comments spelling YOLO with 2 L's, and I'm like, we have someone who can be taught the memes of the old days. And I wanted to make sure that everyone understood what YOLO was. Yeah, it means you only live once. Coincidentally, wait, no, I can't say that one. That one would dox me. Yeah, what does the second L stand for? I don't know. It's not to make fun of them. It's to let them know, like, hey, this is the memes that I used to talk about back in the old days. Like, oh my god, I feel like a grandpa already. I'm like, gather round, youngsters. Let me tell you about the memes of my time. And then Trash Cannot, thank you so much for upping the membership, Okoidi. Before I go, I want to ask, would you rather drink watered down milk or room temperature milk? I would I guess watered down milk. Room temperature milk is kind of gross, and I don't like room temperature milk. I don't like room temperature drinks in general. 29. Already felt every bone in my body breaking apart and cracking at every turn. By the time I turn 30 next year, I will become jelly and crawl on the floor on my belly instead of my legs. Honestly, mood. That is a mood. You could thank you so much for this super chat. But no, I would... Cold watered down milk is just skim milk, isn't it? Oh my goodness. The difference is like, how is it? Like, whole fat milk, I think, is only 5%. So, like, 2% in skim milk isn't actually that different. Miyamoro, thank you so much for the super chat. Finding out YOLO is 11 years old makes me feel old and I'm only 27. Yeah. Whole milk is 3%? Ah, I thought it was closer to like 4. Or maybe that's like a different type of milk, like a local thing that they have there. Full cream, yeah. But no, there's like a lot of things that I realize that I am saying, and a lot of references that I make about old memes and old jokes, which I'm pretty sure like even Bettel has said a few things, a few references, and like a couple of people in chat were like, huh, what does that mean? And then we had to take the time to explain what the ancient texts were. Shinri, if 10 years is old, we're ancient as 30-year-old gremlins. Yes, we are. Thank you so much for the super chat. We're 3 times as old. Whole milk is 1% is like night and day. That's true. 100% is butter. Skim milk, we took some of the cream out. Watered down as we just ruined the whole thing. Yeah. I was there, Kendall. I was there when All Your Base dropped. Oh my gosh. All Your Base are belong to us. The really bad translation that took off and became a meme. I'll have to say, didn't he say what he didn't know what Vocaloid or Nightcore was? I don't think Bettel was on that part of the internet growing up. So I think that's why he didn't know what Vocaloid was. We get signal. Right? I think I remember mentioning this in terms of like anime, how like back when we only had cable TV, there was only like a certain number of anime that we can watch, and only a certain number of like channels that hosted anime. You could think of it with the super chat. Yahoo Messenger, Hotmail was the thing. Yeah. I used AOL Instant Messenger. From the bear, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. But yeah, remember when there used to only be like a certain number of TV shows that would show anime, and everyone watched the same ones? It should be ASL. I have not seen ASL in a long time. Wait, what would my ASL be? 30M Guildhall. The Tempest Guildhall. ASL, for those who don't know, is an acronym standing for age, sex, and location. And you would spam that at people when you meet online, because back then there really wasn't a thing where, like, how to describe it? What was the convention? Where did it start from? Like, people didn't know. Like, it was still one of those things where you did not exist online as an entity or like a username. Instead, everyone was aware that you are a person who used to live, on planet Earth, and that the username is an extension of you. Therefore, you would ask ASL to someone, asking, what their age is, what their real age is, what their real, I guess the equivalent then would be gender, and then the location, so that you would know, like, oh, am I talking with someone from, New York, or am I talking with someone from Texas? Am I talking with someone from California? And so on and so forth. So it's a way to kind of increase that humanness connection before people just kind of became residents of the internet. Because nowadays, when you see usernames on the internet, it's like, oh, you are that username, That's kind of how people experience it. They don't see it as, oh, you're a username of a person who lives somewhere on the planet. It's your username acts as a separate, almost like persona, So that's what ASL was for. It was back when people still realized the internet was just a way of connecting people. Speaks, thank you so much for the magenta super chat. Thanks for helping me with the art block. I will continue to hone my skills as I draw the Tempest boys. However, you spelling YOLO just shaved off 10 years of my life. XOXO 30-year-old bird. Thank you so much for the magenta super chat. We're all gonna feel the age today. I hope your art continues to improve. Never heard of someone think of it like this? It's one of those weird things where you kind of have to ask yourself why it becomes a thing. Why people share that, like, common, like, I wouldn't say colloquialism because that's for like words, but like just like general like public speech, I would say. I don't know. I hope I'm explaining it in a way that makes sense. Adejobi, thank you so much for the super chat. Did you fight in the Akane shampoo fanfic wars? Did you explore web rings? Oh my god. Did you remember the dreaded MP3 list? I was not. Wait, was it? Hang on, was it? Hang on, wait. Wait, who was the? No, hang on. This was spatula. Ukiyo. I was on team Ukiyo. I thought, okay, so Akane was cute, Shampoo was cute, but I liked Ukiyo a lot more because she seemed a lot more badass. Sejo Crooks, thank you so much for the super chat. Turning 40 this June. I hope you and the collective will best give me your blessing when it happens. Cheers. Hey, my birthday's in June too. Birthday buddies, let's go. I hope you a wonderful journey into your 40s. Make sure to wiggle around and stretch so that your joints do not hurt so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Layout battle of MySpace and Friendster. The ones with the most glittery layouts. My eyes. It's always the auto-playing MIDI and then the mouse cursor trails. Those are the ones that always cause my computers to like explode. But yeah. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I thought, okay, so I have a thing for like soft spot, I don't know. Like just badass characters that are like confident in themselves generally. Like I think almost all my like anime waifus and husbandos were just like cool. Like they were kakkoi. Ninapedia Koiri Law Commercial Boys. If you ever downloaded a virus from LimeWire, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Oh my god, LimeWire. Thank you for re-upping the membership. I remember that so much, man. Understandable. Right? Drop the waifu husbando list. I've never kept it, unfortunately. I just know, like, in certain series, I like them. Okay, wait, chat question. Whatever happened to, like, the series of, like, people who get isekai'd and then are guided by a blue-haired character? Wasn't there, like, a couple of animes where the characters are, like, guided by some blue-haired... It was specifically a blue-haired girl. Like Yu Yu Hakusho, like whenever he died, Botan came out and Botan had blue hair. And there was another one, the Tempest. There was another one, it was like another anime or like a manga where someone had like a blue-haired female companion, and I don't know, I remember it happening enough that I'm like, wait a minute, is this an actual trope? Like, main character goes off on an adventure either by dying or by just, you know, willingly, and then they get guided by someone in blue hair. Aqua, kind of. Onosuma, I guess, kind of? Yeah, it's mostly from Yu Yu Hakusho. Bulma, yeah, there we go too. See, Dragon Ball and Bulma, like, young Goku and then Bulma, it's like, why is it specifically a girl with blue hair? Like, why? I didn't know, but it was a thing that like stuck out of my head. I'm like, wait, what? This seems just more like a coincidence, you know? Unless it was a parody of it. Kevin, thank you so much for the super chat. Hello, I am new and I look forward to seeing your videos and stream. I am a fan of Gundam. If you play Gundam Evolution, I look forward to see you play it. Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't know. Do we have perms for that? I don't remember. Full Metal Panic, yeah. Full Metal Panic, and then the comedy spin-off, Fumafu, that one too. Yeah. They all had blue-haired girls. And it's Tenchi Muyo, yeah, that one too. Like, there was a whole bunch where like they had a blue-haired female companion, and I'm like, wait, why is it? Wait, hold on. It has to be a trope, right? Blue-haired female companion in anime trope. It's gotta be a trope. Shy blue-haired girl? No, that's not a trope. Yeah, Chidori was not shy. Ota was not shy. They were pretty badass. Comedy spin-off, as if Full Metal Panic wasn't already comedic. I loved Fumafu. Fumafu was really cute. You gotta have blue hair. I think the difference is you have to find characters that are like specific, not just blue hair, you know? Like in Nichijou, the blue hair there it's just like there as a color separator, you know, like a way to differentiate the two characters. But the trope that I'm thinking about are like they specifically have a blue-haired companion who acts as like a guide or like is in opposing personality to the main character. Sailor Mercury. I really like Sailor Mercury. Sailor Mercury is the best Sailor Scout. I don't know, I thought her like magic / tech thing, I guess it's all just technically tech, like combination was really cool. My favorite Sailor Scout was Sailor Mercury. I thought blue hair girls got popular after Rei from Evangelion. I was under the impression that blue hair was just there because it was easy to draw and differentiate multiple characters by having like even from gosh, what was it called again? There's a very old, like 90s, late 90s Project Echo. Oh my god. I always thought that like a different colored hair was based off of Project Echo, where characters would have very brightly colored hair, but in different colors, like bright red, bright green, bright yellow, bright blue, as a way to just very distinctly separate each of them on screen whenever there was like action. Or whenever, yeah, Eiko, Biko, and Seiko, right? Like, it was literally girl A, girl B, girl C. But, like, that... I'm pretty sure I thought that's where colored hair, like, became a thing, you know? But then, like, I'm pretty sure it was a thing long before. Yuka, thank you so much for the super chat. Sailor Mercury's Pog, absolutely. Really like Sailor Mercury. I don't remember anything about Sailor Mercury, but like, I only remember like the emotions, and I thought like she was super cool. I haven't heard that one in a while, right? It was a long, long time ago. Zeros, Okwedi, thank you for giving the membership. I Shinri, thank you so much for the past month. Of course, thank you for stopping by with the past month. Loom-chan from Urusei Yatsuda had green hair essentially from 1981. Oh, the Sentai movies and series are best explanation, probably. I'm pretty sure there was like a reason why like the phenomenon happened a long time ago. Anime is a lot of same-face color helps. It's color and wild hairstyles. I remember, oh my gosh. I distinctly remember talking with my friends about how I thought Yu-Gi-Oh! Was probably the most guilty of the wacky anime hairstyle thing. I guess the main character, right? Like, just the hair. Like, what is going on there? Siwas, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. If you heard of a horror game called Paranormal Sight, lore heavy and seems like a game you'd enjoy. I have not heard of it. Excuse me. I have not heard of that, but I'll go ahead and put it on the list and see if we can get perms for that. Thank you. Wait, I just want to go Yugi's hair. Yeah, it looks just as wild as I remember it being. Like, what is that? on Google. Oh my god. There's a tweet from someone who's like, I finally figured out what Yami Yugi's hair is supposed to be like, and they're holding up a maple leaf with the black, red, and yellow highlights. And then there's a couple of cosplay photos where it just looks absolutely... Oh, it just looks so silly in real life. Yeah, like there's one screenshot from the anime where Yugi's standing amongst a crowd of just regular haired children. I guess they're all children in that scene. But like then there's Yugi with that. But yeah, I can only imagine what the cosplayers went through. Some people were dedicated. Some people were very, very dedicated. How a character with crazy hair fit in a coffin? You probably stop styling and then you just let it all down. And then it would look really weird. Unless you get like a very special coffin specifically made to fit that hair. I guess you'd have to custom order it. Pegasus was the goat. I always saw him as like discount Sephiroth, but with cards. Instead of like actually a threat. Because he had the hair, the really long white hair, and it was like it's supposed to be the antagonist, and like that's all I really knew. And I'm just like, yeah, it's just a card game based discount Sephiroth. Seto Kaiba cosplayers in their Blue Eyes White Dragon collection, though. I remember some people getting like super into that. Like super into that. I guess this is so scary, right? It was supposed to be like a really mean and big antagonist. And then I realized, like, I don't know, somewhere in I was about to say midlife, but no, somewhere in my like 20s, I had the realization that like he's probably some like college graduate still playing children's card games and just like making children cry. Because I had a moment during my college years when one of my friends went and played Pokemon competitively. Not the Pokemon card game, but they what was it again? Pokemon Black and White, I think. But they were playing Pokemon Black and White, I think it was Black and White, but competitively, and they were fighting against children. And I remember one of them just being super like gung-ho about it. It's like, yeah, like I trained these for like months, figured out the proper I don't know what do you call it again, I don't know, some like stats you get when you like raise the EVs. Yeah, there we go, EVs, like perfect EVs, or like optimal EVs for this and that, and yeah, the EVs and the IVs and all that. And then I'm like sitting there and I was like, bro, we're like 22 years old. We're like gonna graduate soon. And here you are talking about how you're gonna go beat the crap out of a bunch of high schoolers. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, live your life. Great to have a passion. But then, you know, I don't know. I feel like at some point you would like have the wherewithal to say like, all right, I'm gonna let the kids have their fun, you know, just let them have their fun, and then I'll go participate in another tournament for like people around my like scale of talent or age or whatever, something more appropriate, you know, because they'll probably hack their critters anyway. It's all good fun. The thing is, like, it just looked weird, you know. Because you're there, I think it was like tables, but you're there and you're sitting at tables, and then you plug your Game Boy, what was it then? I forget. Not the DS? DSi? 3D? No, I don't remember. You plug your handheld in, the DS, yeah, it was probably the DS. You plug your DS in, and then you're sitting there and you're this like 22-year-old guy towering over this small little child. And this little kid is just, you know, like, it's their first time and they're just happy to be there. And then you're like, my perfectly trained Pokemon team with like optimal IVs and EVs will completely demolish you. And then, you know, I don't know, it was weird. You'd be surprised how many Pokemon competitors are high schoolers. I'm not surprised actually. Most of the best gamers on the planet are high schoolers and college students. That's because they don't have any obligations, like pressing obligations, that they can focus all their time on playing games and getting good at them. Also because they're young, they have like the reflexes. They have all the time in the world, right? They have nothing to do but just be good, which is really something that I'm a little bit jealous about. I've had to be honest. D-Ty, thank you so much for the super chat. Have you heard of a game called Coffee Talk? Similar to Valhalla, but you're a barista. I enjoy it thanks to the Comfy streams. Yes, I have. We saw a reference to Coffee Talk in A Space for the Unbound, and I then learned that it was by the same people. So yeah, it's on the list, but I want to get through A Space for the Unbound first, and then we'll try out Coffee Talk. But thank you for the recommendation. Thank you. And the super chat. Thank you. Chat, I have a confession to make. I play all my MOBA games with a locked camera. That includes both League of Legends and Heroes of the Storm. I play with a locked camera because I just don't care anymore. Like, yeah, I play them with a locked camera because here's the thing, like, if I need to scout, I look at the map, right? If I need to see something very specific on the map, I'll just click it, right? And like 99% of the characters, you don't need to move away from the screen for, right? Like, what's the longest range ability? Like Xerath, I guess, with a full level 3 ult, like a ult, you know? Like, I guess then, because then you just tap L and unlock the camera, but then you only use it like 3 times in a game, you know? Definition of an old-timer gamer right there. Why lock camera when you can use WAS camera? Because I'm already using the Q query keys to like usabilities. Oh man. Dota begs to differ. I never played Dota because I didn't like the turn rate. I don't like how corporeal the units are. It just feels weird. I think like there are like global ults, like for example, Pantheon. But like you don't want to just unlock the camera for Pantheon. You want to click and see what's going on so that you can like accurately aim. So like you don't have to worry about the camera then because you're already clicking on the minimap to get to the part, like a specific area, you know? They increased the turn rate slowly over the years. Unfortunately and alas, it is too late for me. I don't have the time to learn 100+ heroes. I think people who go from low to Dota have problems getting used to the turn rate. Yeah, that's why Dota never really stuck to me. I want to be able to just like spin around, like go back and forth, but like if I don't play on locked cam, I get lost in the sauce of team fights. There is like a crosshair. Heroes of the Storm has it. I don't know if any other game has it, but there's like a crosshair on the screen that like shows you where the mouse is. So you have like a horizontal line, a very thin horizontal line and a very thin vertical line that crosshair places over your mouse so that you don't lose it in the middle of those like big fights. And I see those as accessibility features and I really enjoy those. It's really nice to have. In 2012, I walked into GameStop to buy something, saw this LOL game with an announcer and everything, and I didn't understand a single thing they said and decided to never play a MOBA. Fair. Honestly, fair. When you say locked, you mean locked on the character, right? It just follows you. Yeah, that's what locked camera is. It like locked your character somewhere in the center. On League of Legends, it locks your character into the dead center of your screen. on Heroes of the Storm, it offsets your camera slightly to one side depending on where you spawn. So if your spawn is behind you, your character is like 1/3 of the screen in that direction, so that you can see more of the enemies and less of you or like your teammates. So there's a little bit of an offset, and it changes depending on like how big the team fights are. But yeah. I think for me, getting into League of Legends was a lot easier of a transition because I played a lot more StarCraft 2 at the time. And there were times when I like really had the feeling of like, I want to play a game that's like StarCraft, but without the weird 7-minute build-up. Because every single build, like unless you were rushing, it didn't really, fastest I think was 6 minutes and 50 seconds. But everything was like, you played the game, you started, and then for 7 minutes, you're not doing anything. You're just scouting, and you're like, all right, I want to go check and see if he has 2 gas or 1 gas, and that's really it. So I wanted to play a game where it didn't have that weird 7-minute build-up, and that's where I kind of started playing League of Legends. Oh no! Not again. No. Oh my gosh. Skill issue. Hello, Chad. Are you back? I see the flood of back. Hello, everybody. Yeah, we still have one of these days. We'll be able to go have a full stream without a network drop. Hello, hello. I don't know where it cut off, or I don't know where the last thing I said was. Back but choppy, rubber banding so hard. Yeah, man. It always happens like that. Sorry, Cham. Ooh. Ooh. Don't like competitive play because there are people who are too into it for me to try it. That's fair, that's fair. Fable. Oh, Faye, hello. Just call me Faye. Quickly became a holomem I didn't know I wanted. Your approach to horror and narrative games is just perfect. Thank you. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Thank you, thank you. Continue to enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. Way back at school. Yeah. Maybe get a better ISP. I hope so too. I was too much into MMOs to swerve to MOBAs. That's fair too. Is there a single player MOBA? Not that I can think of. I can think of some like PvE MOBAs. Or like PvE modes in certain MOBAs, but not that I know about. Would you ever go back to StarCraft? I want to, but I don't know if I would do it on stream outside of like a single stream, because it's not an easy game to get into, and it's a very difficult game to explain. A lot of thinking and a lot of like the game decisions will require like prior game knowledge, which I don't know if I'll be able to explain and play at the same time. I might just do it just to show off, like, hey, this is what I used to play back in the old days. But beyond that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's like a big thing anymore. But thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. Flex on us, no. I want to see your RTS muscles. I'm not that good. I'm just the guy who constantly spams workers until I hit like 80, and then I have like a super high income and I don't know what to do with it. But yeah. I don't know. I miss it. I remember playing a lot of MOBAs. I think the ones that I played the ones that are dead now are like Strife, Dawngate, Home, Arena of Fate. There's a few more. I forget. There's like Strife, and then like Strife had like other one. I very much distinctly remember this because it's when I discovered that there is this weird trope that they had of like ugly characters riding machines, and I didn't like that trope. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. Hang on, is it Strife MOBA? Strife MOBA. Yeah, it's a MOBA. Oh man, that's crunchy. Man, I think after that was a game called Gigantic. I think Gigantic, and like those are the like I went through a phase of trying out all these various like MOBAs, and like I think technically Gigantic wasn't a MOBA. I think it was like a third-person hero action objective-based shooter where you shot trees and this giant bird. I don't know. It's been a while. There was a giant bird and a giant snake, and you had to. Oh, that's right. I'm remembering now. Gigantic was like a third-person shooter action, like a hero shooter, right? So like you played as different characters, and they all had abilities. And then instead of like a nexus in your base, your quote nexus was a gigantic monster, called a griffin, and then a serpent. I think big bird and snake were like the nexus in League. Yeah. And then you had to control certain points to charge up your monster, and then when your monster got fully charged up, it would like charge across the map, making itself a little bit vulnerable, but also when it gets to the end of the map, it would attack the enemy. So like the bird would attack the snake, or the snake would attack the bird, and that would be the only way you actually did damage to the nexus. You had to charge up your monster to have it like rampage across the map and attack the others. The enemy team could attack your charging monster to like make it return sooner, but I remember that being a lot of fun. And then it was only around for like 8 months, and then it died. The living beings that move around the map, and it was sick. Yeah, it really was. Reminds me of Age of Mythology, something like that. With the like, you had like one mythical creature, beast that you would control, or not technically control, but you'd fight alongside. 8 months only. It was in beta. I think it was like open beta or something, and then it just died. The like it never got published out. I'm just sad. Yeah, there's a lot of games that were like that. It came out when Overwatch and Battleborn came out, so bad timing. And just never. I remember Battleborn popping out and then dying immediately. I remember that one. I remember playing the beta for Battleborn and was completely overwhelmed by the UI because there were so many colors, so many lights. Everything was just so bright on the screen, and it was really confusing. But man, sad times. Just to think about how many games are out there that no longer exist anymore because, you know, the game's gone, the servers are dead. Too much for me. Yeah, it was way too much. I remember the social media campaign for Battleborn being all like, are you badass enough to handle this? And they kept repeating the word badass to the point where it just became a mockery. Like, I don't know. I don't think badass had that kind of connotation at the for audiences when it came out. It did not really grasp the same audience that it was trying to like appeal to. Are you a bad enough dude, right? Battleborn was promising, they immediately fumbled the bag. Yeah. They tried the same marketing ploy they used for Borderlands. It was supposed to, like, wasn't it in the same universe? Like everything about it seemed very similar. Like it was like the Borderlands hero shooter. I remember when the creator was trying to get people to draw Battleborn lewds. Oh no. That's how you know things are struggling, when you're desperate to get lewds of your characters drawn, because it just didn't, like, there just is no community drawing lewds of it. So Okay, can I say one thing, chat? Can I say one thing? When it comes to like lewds of video games or just like media in general, like lewd and salacious art, I say that I still have like, okay, I'll just say it. I think Overwatch ruined lewds of games. I think Overwatch ruined it. Like there's just you know, I'm pretty sure there's just the quality, the sameness of all the like video game lewdness, right? When Overwatch came out, it was like, all right, cool. This is like, you know, very attractive characters and they're all hot, you know, and they're all pretty and this and that. And then someone managed to like rip the files, I think, of the models themselves, and then just everyone copy pasted it. And now it doesn't really look like, there's like no thought put into it. It's just the character models and it's all so samey, you know? I believe like when it comes to lewds of games, Overwatch is like the one that kind of ruined it all. Overwatch and Genshin. It's Genshin now, yeah, but back then, back in Overwatch, when Overwatch 1 came out, it just kind of ruined the whole thing. Everything is all the same. It all looks identical. There's nothing unique about it. It's just, nah, you know? But like, the weird thing is, it set a weird standard, like quote unquote standard, of like a bar that all the rest of it has to meet. No diversity, exactly. Witcher 3 is bad about that too, right? Yeah. It's like this weird, like the quality of the models are high enough that no one wants to make their own now, and they just want to use those models, you know? So instead of like the group of people who would go ahead and make original content in that field is so much smaller now because everyone uses Overwatch models than it would have been, you know? That's my only like take on it. And now it's Genshin Impact, right? Back in my day, we had to make our own 3D models, right? But now it's all this weird, like, semi-Pixar-esque, I don't even know how to describe, like, there are certain qualities of models that are very, like, mainstream, I would say. And a lot of it just copies that mainstreamness. At least people are trying Genshin art. That's fair. Yeah. The quality is kind of scary. Overwatch characters are too generic looking. Right. They're so generic looking that they have to like exaggerate their proportions to make them stand out. It's the weird Pixar look-alike style, right? It's weird. It's just, it's all the same though. It's all the same. I'm more of a dojo fan than an animation fan. Are you excited to see what people will do with your MMD model? MMD? Miku Miku Dance? Maybe? I don't know, I'm curious to see it. I don't have any thoughts on it, honestly. Because that's like way, way far off in the future. My brain operates on like 2 months ahead, and that's it. It stops being, like, if it's beyond 2 months, I don't want to think about it. 2D as good as it ever was. Shinri dancing would be fun. I want to see a really poorly, like, Gary's Mod type tier, like, animation supercut of someone taking my model and then putting me in every single one of those stereotypical good guys sacrifice themselves scenes, like really poorly animate me falling off a cliff, and then I'll do the whole Gandalf run you or fly you fools, and then like fall down the cliff as I like chase the Balrog, or like the one scene in Stranger Things where Jim Hopper looks back and he like has that really soft smile and then does the nod, and before he gets like evaporated, right? Like, yeah, source filmmaker videos, right? All those. Like, I want like a super cut of just me like dying as I sacrifice myself for everyone. But like very, very poorly animated. Like the worse animated it is, the better. But it has to still be like an effort was made, you know? Like instead of like tilting my head up and down, it just like stretches my chin and like compresses my forehead. So it looks like I'm nodding, but with very, very bad animation, you know? You can get anything but the sacrifice part deal. Thank you for the super chat, Rock Trees. The duck. Chat, do you guys remember the duck? I forget, was it duck.exe or something like that? It's the TF2 duck where it's just sitting there and then it eats like a computer chip and then it just like the entire model just kind of goes on the fritz. Yeah, that one, like that kind of animation. That's what I want to see. Like nothing too try hard. You can see the model like obviously and blatantly stretching into weird parts, or it's, you know, it's not intended. But that one, that's the one I want. Like that's kind of stuff I want to see. TF2 insanity, right? Oh my god! If we all got our 3D models at around the same time, I wonder if I could ask. Oh my gosh, wait, I should write this down. I want to ask Mana-chan if I can be like, hey, can I commission someone to do like a meet? You know the Meet the Team videos from TF2? But it's Meet the Guild. And it's our 3D models. And we're like, hey, like meet, you know, the Alchemist. Meet the Gladiator. Meet the Ronin, right? And like, we'll do those. And it'll just be like a short, like, 2-3 minute like animation of just our models hanging around the guild hall. Like, oh, that'd be so cool. Yo, wait a minute, hang on. I'm gonna throw this to the boys. Hey boys, when we get our 3D models, what do you think about getting commissioned for one of those old Team Fortress to Meet the Team type of videos? I don't know if we'll be able to get it. We have to talk with Mana-chan, get this like properly done. But like that'd be so cool. Flam, what's Team Fortress 2? No. Oof, Sijo. No, we're already too old and crunchy. That'd be so cool. Tempest hologram episodes. That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. Who did you main in TF2? I main Scout. I couldn't handle the rest of it. Scout was like the most obvious, the simple one. If I wanted to turn my brain off, I would play Spy, and I would always use the Dead Ringer, because I thought the Dead Ringer was like the coolest item ever. It was the really big revolver with the big gun. The big pistol one with a Dead Ringer. That's what I used to do. Enforcer, was that what it was called? Enforcer? Yeah. I started with Pyro, and then I realized that I just didn't move fast enough. Like it didn't feel good. And then I switched over to Scout, and I got, what was it called? Force of Nature. I really liked that gun. It was really nice because it had the knockback. I really enjoyed it. All you need is a Scout and a bat. My favorite skin for the bat was the fish. The fish that was wrapped up in newspaper. That one was my favorite because I really liked the sound it made when you like smacked someone. That was my favorite. I love that. The holy mackerel. Yeah. That's it's not a skin, it was his own weapon. Yeah. The fish. I really enjoyed that one because it's really fun, especially when against some of the bigger characters. Like I like the heavy, especially new heavies. new heavies that would not switch over to their melees, but they would still try to shoot you with their primary. They would not be able to hit you because you just like run circles around them and then bonk them with the fish. And then like every now and then a few of them would get smart and pull out their gloves and kill me in a single hit, but that was kind of rare. That's been a quite pending event. Let's see it. That was a boxing heavy, man. What was the thing about the? I don't remember. It's been a long time. Sophie, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Need a tier 2, all of you with the coys. That'd be a lot of fun. Medic or edgy main here. Man, I remember, what was the map that I used to play? The map that I used to play was this weird textureless map. It looked like an S. It looked like an S, but in the center was a really tall tower. Like the general shape of the map was an S shape, and then like in the middle was like a tower thing. And then like it had like 3 levels or something. CP orange. Yeah, the one with the control point at the very top. That was the one that I used to play for like hours and hours. I was really bad at the game, but that's the one I would go. I would like get home from school, load up the PC, and just play that for hours. Like there was nothing good about it. I don't know, but it was a great way to like waste time. Did you play modded servers like the Saxon Hail mod? No, I only played the events on like the official servers, like the Halloween event. I didn't play any mods. I remember, what is it? I remember getting into one of like the surfing mod servers, and I'd never understood how to surf in source games. I like tried once and then I fell down immediately and died, and then I just never again. But most of it was just CP orange and Two Fort, I think. Two Fort, the one with the little fort with the bridge in the middle of it and the water and like the sewer thing that you went through. That one. Ever tried the rocket jumping levels? No, I was not good at rocket jumping. I never played soldier in the default game. I love a long 2 Fort standstill. There was this one server that was basically like 24/7 2 Fort, and there was basically no win condition. It was like every like 50 hours or something, it would just reset the timers. So you would hop in, play rounds randomly. There was no team coordination. Everyone was just doing their own thing. And then when you got bored, you left. It was like super easy, hop in, play, leave. It was the best way to practice. That's how I practiced sniping. Ooh. I wanted to get good at sniping, but wasn't there a spot where the engineer was just unbeatable in 2 Fort? I think there was like a corner in one of the areas on the first floor, which was difficult to get into, but because if you built the sentry up on one of the ledges, you would have to go into the little courtyard, up all the way around the ramp, and then through the ramp onto the railing to get to the sentry. So that took a long time, but nothing is unbeatable if you bring a medic along, right? What was it? The Uber charge? Got the shiny, the blue, the shiny red, and then you just eat all the rounds. Got 16 kills as a sniper once and spent the rest of the entire round dying. Get a bow for the sniper, you can apply your Rodin skills. It's been forever since I played TF2. It's been forever. I'd be so rusty with it. Have I tried Man vs. Machine before? It sounds familiar. I don't think I have. I think I remember trying to play it, but then realizing you had to pay to play it. The very first time it was implemented, I think. You have like, you get the first one for free, and then you have to pay. Or maybe I was just dumb and I misunderstood the requirements to get into it, but then I just never played it. Isn't TF2 filled with bots now? I don't know. I have not touched it in years. When was the last time I played? Hang on. Steam account. Oh wait, no, I'm logged into my work Steam account. I can't log into my personal Steam account. Actually, I don't even remember what my old Steam account was nowadays. Love the idea of server bots endlessly running and destroying each other. Hey, wait, I remember creepypasta about that. Quake? Was it Quake? Unreal Tournament? There was a creepypasta about how someone had set up a server of like, quote, AIs that would play, I think it was Unreal Tournament, but they would play like an FPS game. They would shoot, they were like a shooting game, right? And they would fight each other over and over again. And he had trained the AI to be better and like become more optimal, more optimal every single time. And then he forgot about the server, but he had let it run for like several years, and then came back and realized that it was several like gigabytes long of logs just from the server. And he logged in to see what was going on, what was causing so much of the server to like just fill up with nonsense, right? And he finds all the characters, all the AI characters standing around in a big circle, and none of them are firing, none of them are shooting. And this guy theorizes that at some point the AI had gotten so good that it had learned the only way to win was not to fight, and instead they entered into this weird stalemate forever, just sitting there in the game, you know, the map, not shooting each other because shooting each other would cause an imbalance. And then he was really trying to figure out what was going on. So as a test, he kills one of the bots, and then all of the other bots, even the ones that was supposed to be on his team, kill the player, and then the server crashes. And I remember that being a creepypasta. I think that was it. Like, that's what this story ends. But like, that was a creepypasta I remember about that. Yeah. There's a lesson in there, probably. I think that was just a story instead of a creepy story. Maybe. A lot of these stories that I read on the internet kind of blend together, and in my mind, I just filed them all away as creepypasta, or varieties of creepypasta. The only winning move, etc. Yeah. Would you ever play TF2 with the boys? Probably not. Mostly because I don't know if the boys would be into TF2. I think as a novelty once, but beyond that, I don't know if it'll stick around for too long. Reddit and creepypasta start to blend together after a while, to be. Yeah, it really did, didn't it? Sounds like bad feedback from Reddit. Maybe a fun one-off? We can ask. I don't know, like it's been... I feel the big thing would just be like, it'll end up with whoever is most experienced in it. It's like a 4v4 is kind of, it's kind of small. I feel that the boys would much rather play like Counter-Strike or Overwatch rather than go back to TF2. But maybe, I could ask. Or Battle. 4v4 is perfect for Arena mode if you know how to play. I don't know if the other boys know how to play. That's the big thing. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure like it's me, Vesper, and Bettel who would know about TF2. I'm not even sure if like Axel knows what TF2 is. Or Altair. Maybe? Altair plays a lot of FPS games, so he probably does know. But like Hakka and Flayon probably won't have any experience in it. So it wouldn't be that, I don't know if it would be that, words. I'm not sure if it would be that interesting for them. Play the co-op mode with robots. I guess we could. And getting all the boys together to play a single game is really tough. Ever played Zomboid and think it's a fit for you guys? I think Vesper was the one who did the Project Zomboid thing, but I don't know where that went. Obviously, it'd be funny to hear Shinri read Jeff the Killer. I still need to. Oh, that's what I should do. Hang on, I should follow up. Notepad. Follow up with Mana-chan about creepypasta reading. I asked Mana-chan about this, and I gave Mana-chan. Oops, sorry about that. Bumped into my microphone. I asked Mana-chan, could I like read creepypastas online? But I think the problem is going to be like the policy of getting permission to do things on stream, because creepypastas don't necessarily have a publisher. I think that'll be very difficult. Maybe that's why Mana-chan hasn't come back to me on that. But who was phone? What do you think about Lovecraftian horror? Just want to see if you would like. I want to experience Lovecraftian horror. The way they talk about it, it sounds like really fun. I don't know. The whole thing about like, oh, like if you look in this, you will lose your sanity because it will drive you mad. I'm like, that's kind of hot. I want to know what being driven mad sounds like, because it's not like a driven mad like an angry or annoyed mad, but it's like a driven mad as in like you are perceiving more than your brain is able to handle. And be like, damn, you know, like hashtag mind break, but like in the Lovecraftian horror sense, you know. I want to know. The way they describe it is so vague, you know. Like I want to know for myself. They don't have published about authors, and some authors get very upset. Exactly. It does cause drama. That's one of the reasons why we don't really do that, because it's really difficult to get proper permissions for it. I don't know, like, to me, driven mad and Lovecraftian means getting dizzy or passing out. But then they would just say passing out, because there are things where like if you touch artifacts, if you touch certain artifacts, you will be you'll like experience dizziness, lightheadedness, and the things that will make you sick to your stomach, things like that, right? But I want to know what sanity lost is like. Yeah, like I want to know. I'm really curious. Because the only like reference point I have for like sanity loss would be things like if anyone remembers the old GameCube game, which never it was I feel I'm try again. I'm still really mad about this, but Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem for the GameCube. Man, that game was done dirty. That game should have been like, man. Hang on. Is it the true thing? If I'm not, yeah, there it is. Absolutely done dirty. I'm so sad about Eternal Darkness. The thing is, okay, so for those of you who don't know, Eternal Darkness, you can go Google the game right now. It's a third-person like horror game where you travel through different timelines and you experience the story of like these elder gods influencing and manipulating humanity throughout the time. But it had a very cool mechanic called the sanity mechanic, where if your character that you're playing witnessed terrible events, like you saw monsters, you saw people dying, you saw like booby traps and stuff, if you saw those, you would lose sanity. And then over time, as your sanity meter decreased further and further, what ended up happening was that your character would start to experience weird sanity effects first. So you would see a monster, but then realize, oh wait, that's just a hallucination. My character's hallucinating, seeing that creature there, right? And then as the sanity meter kept going lower and lower, what ended up happening was you, as the player, would experience sanity effects. Like one of them would be that your character just dies. and then you get sent to a game over screen, and you're like, wait a minute, what happened there? And then suddenly the screen would go static and then return back to normal, as if, you know, there was like an invisible enemy that killed you. Or you would be sent back to the main menu and then told that your save is corrupted and that you have to delete your save file in order to restart the game. Things like that. Another one was cockroaches would start traveling across the screen, and they would move in such a way, they would skitter around in such a way that it would make you think that real cockroaches were skittering across your screen and all that. A fly walking on the street. Yeah. Things like that. But, chat, this is where Eternal Darkness was done dirty. Nintendo at the time decided to go and patent it. They patented the sanity mechanic, and then made it so no one else could ever use it. Yeah, they had this really cool mechanic for a game, then they patented it, and then just never let anyone use it, and then stopped using it in every other game. Yeah, you can go look up the patent right now. It's currently owned by the... Oh no, it's out now. Expired. 2000. It was filed in 2000. Oh my gosh. Mini games during loading screens is patented, right? Oh my god. I'm just really mad. I hate when publishers do that. Reminds me of the Nemesis system in Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. There's so many cool systems and mechanics and all that, but then what they go and patent that particular system so that no one else can use it, and then they just never use it again. They never improve upon it. They never utilize it in any other game. So this one game had this really cool sanity system, and then never again, you know? The human ego, serious shame, absolutely. You can go ahead and Google the patent itself. There's like some images that are like really, really neat and interesting to see. But, I feel really bad about that one. It was done dirty. I wish they would have a remake of it at some point, but I don't know if any of the developers are like around anymore. Eternal Darkness is a cult classic because it didn't sell well and the company that made it went bankrupt. But it was not a bad game. The thing, it wasn't a bad game. It was like alright. In terms of like general gameplay, it's like mid. But I don't know, the story, the way that it made you feel, the lasting impression it had on you as children, it was a really big, impactful moment. Patenting gameplay mechanics shouldn't be a thing in Stival's industry. There was a time when, I think it was Twitter patented pull down to refresh. On your smartphones, you grab your thumb and you hit the screen, and you hold it, and you pull down to refresh. That was patented for a while. I think it still is, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still within the patent protection, the timeline. Did it die again? Oh no, they got me. We're back. Hello, everybody. No-Eyed Bunny, thank you for the super chat. If you're like Dagon by H.P. Lovecraft on stream is nice. Nice for a newbie in Lovecraftian. Thank you for the super chat. Hello, everybody. I think we're back. Please refresh. There we go. Hello, everybody. Internet connection. I don't know what's me anymore. Yeah, I think it's me because I see my OBS go red every now and then. You can tell us on Twitter. Spread your truth. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. What's great about Dagon is that it follows the plot of a short story by the same name exactly. Ooh. GZ Puniar, thank you so much for the super chat. I enjoy your comfy / horror driven lore streams. Plus, I have a feeling you tried out Fatal Frame series before. I have not actually. I've seen it, but I've never actually played Fatal Frame series. I've played an adjacent series, but I've never played it before myself. I think you win the super chat. Do you know what game that I did play though? I played Siren. Does anyone remember Siren? It's the one where there's the story is like a blood rain happens over a town, a village, and everyone gets cursed. And the really cool mechanic about Siren was that you could project your sight into the eyes of the enemies and see what the enemies see. So if you're hiding, you can like project your mind into the enemy's eyes and see if you're like hidden well enough, or like if they can spot you or not. That's the one that I played. Sight jacking, yeah. I really do want to play Fatal Frame, but I've never actually played the game. I don't have the consoles. I think we have perms to play it on PlayStation 2, but I don't have a PS2, and I don't know how to get around that. Wait, hang on, let me go check. I'm sure, wait, let me see. Where is our Fatal Frame? Fatal Frame, Crimson Butterfly, North American version. Oh no. No. Koei Tecmo. Let me see. Where are the other ones? Koei Tecmo. Fatal Frame. Where are you? Is it just this? I don't think I'm not sure if we do. No, I don't see it. Sorry, Chad. Nah. We're not allowed. Sadness. I wish, but yeah. Maybe we could, like, if they make a remake or something, because usually what ends up happening is, how would I describe this? Like, whenever there is a buzz around the game, or whenever there is like talk about it, it's a lot easier for us to like reach out to companies and be like, hey, you know, like, I know you're coming out with this game, you know, can we get permission to stream that? And usually, because they're paying more attention when there is a buzz, we're more likely to hear back from it. Like Persona, yeah. Original dot hack quadrilogy, man. Is it even possible to hook up a PlayStation 2 to a capture card? Because I think you would need to get a very specific capture card for that, wouldn't you? No, not again. Sadness. Ugh. Hurry back. There's gonna be stuff for wiring up a PS2. Sorry, Chad, I was like stretching while waiting for the thing to come back. Maybe. Oh, wait, hang on. Where would I even get a PS2 anymore in this time? Hang on, let me see. Let me go, like, do they sell it on Amazon anymore? PlayStation 2. Console. Oh, they have a few renewed ones. Interesting. Ryako Okoiri. Thank you so much for re-upping the membership. Day is almost 9th birthday. Would you mind saying happy birthday? Happy birthday, Siaka. Happy birthday. Congratulations on surviving another trip around the sun. Happy birthday. Hope it's a good one. Please enjoy yourself. And get lots of rest tonight. They do sell PS2s. Yeah. Okay, here the I just had the realization. Old consoles are like printers in the sense that the consoles themselves are cheap, but it's the games themselves that are very hard to find and very expensive. That's they're like printers. The printer itself is cheap. It's the ink that is super expensive, right? So yeah, I see a few refurbished and renewed consoles on Amazon that I can even find, right? But let me see. Silent Hill, PlayStation 2. Let's see, games. Ooh, oh my goodness. No. Silent Hill 4, The Room, PlayStation 2, $699, but has free delivery from Prime members. Silent Hill Origins, $269. Silent Hill Shattered Memories, $595. What on earth? Silent Hill Origins import is $159. Yeah, this is where it is. The consoles are not too expensive. They're fairly like moderate in price, but then it's the games. Wait, Siren, Blood Curse, PlayStation. Wait, oh, it's not Blood Curse was for PS3 apparently. Just Siren itself. $90 for this one, but it's just one. Siren for the PS2. Forbidden Siren doesn't even have an age, or like it doesn't even have a, sorry, not age. When I say age, it doesn't even have a price. Siren 2, Japan import. This is, how much is this? $112. $112. Yeah, these are oof. Big oofs. You used to pay 30 to 50 for a game. Yeah. Not as bad as 600. This is true. This is true. Why are they so pricey? Because they're no longer in public. They're not made anymore. And this is kind of why physical media is so valued. Like years and years long after the games are done and they're no longer published, and even the consoles that they were made for aren't made anymore. They become valuable artifacts. Collector's items, exactly, yeah. Considered very rare. Wait, there's one game I want to see. Lost Kingdoms 2. GameCube. It doesn't even exist. Hang on. Let's go to eBay. I want to try this. eBay. Lost Kingdoms 2 for the GameCube. $194. $194. Saw a copy of Kuon in the game store for $800. Oh man. If we could send you guys things, a nice fan might help out, but I don't think we can do that. No, alas. And I would not want anyone to spend so much money on an old game. Not like this. I really appreciate the thought, but no, please make sure you take care of yourself. It's a lot easier, or it makes a lot more sense for you to take care of yourselves than to buy these old games. But yeah, physical media is so important, especially in the age where streaming services can remove things without warning. On 100%. In my country, they're cheeky enough to charge $100 for certain Switch games. Ugh, I'm so sorry to hear that. This is kind of why I like to buy physical things, and this is why I don't, like, for all my Switch games, I've been buying physical copies of them and waiting for them to show up. I find it crazy that my Pokemon White 2 cartridge is worth more now than it was new. I don't remember where all my cartridges are. If I could find them, that'd be great, but alas. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure my parents have long since thrown out my GameCube games and my Nintendo 64 games. I'm pretty sure, because it's been years since I have visited the old family house, and no, it's not a no. I mean, like, there's no way they would know. They would really never know. You know, they could not have known. So, you know, but if only we had the foresight to be like, these are gonna become rare, so you should hold on to them, you know. But alas. Antigone, thank you so much for the re-upping the membership, Okwiri. Fatal Frame Mask, the Lunar Eclipse, and the Blackwater Maiden of Blackwater hasn't released to Steam. Ooh, on Steam. I'll have to go check that out and see if it's on there. But I did not see permissions for it, so I'll have to go check it out. Make sure they haven't. I can ask, but if they did throw it away, I'm pretty sure my old room is now just used for storage. It's just not like, Shinri's been out. He's doing his Ronin things. We haven't seen him properly in 1.5 months because we had lunch that one time. Beyond that, you know, they probably just like leave my entire room as storage and threw all the old stuff away. I don't blame them for not keeping it. Half my old stuff was in my uncle's house and it was stolen to break in. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Ah man. Digital access feels like renting some things to the way the corporations act too. Honestly, yeah. It really is, because if you read the fine print, for example, like all the games that you get on Steam, you are purchasing a license to the game. You're not actually purchasing the game. You're only purchasing a license to it. Mine too, and I'm not even moved out just at college. The moment you like leave the house, not even like leaving, but just like physically not present anymore, it just becomes storage space. I know how you feel, Shinri. I play most classic games and games I used to know play when I was little. Yeah. Man. I'm thinking right now, I'm pretty sure someone at some point has tried to break into like one of those red boxes or like a Blockbuster and try to find like physical copies of old games because they are so valuable nowadays. Like, I would not be surprised if someone tried to like break into, you know, when Fry's Electronics went bankrupt and they were all closed, right? I'm pretty sure some people went into all the Fry's Electronics to try to, specifically for the sake of buying all the games there, because they knew that physical medium games would all eventually go away. Not Fry's, right? Ah, oh, I was so sad when I heard the news. And then auction them artifacts, exactly. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. And 64 copy with Hollywood Video melted into the plastic. Man. Blockbuster RIP. Isn't Blockbuster coming back? Or was it just like a little publicity stunt to promote the TV show that they're making? Man, I remember Fry's. Yeah, Fry's Electronics. Computer hardware, like cables, TVs, just various computer components. It was like a physical version of Newegg, but with worse deals, is how I would say it. I do remember though, they had like every single one of their stores, like within the area, had very interesting themes. Like one of them was like a jungle themed Fry's, and then another one was like a pirate themed Fry's, and then another one was like an ancient Egyptian type of Fry's, and this other one was like what was it? It was like caves. It was like old timey caves, but like they had like all like really fun, unique themes in them. My hometown had an Atlantis theme one. Ooh, yeah. Nothing screams modern tech like pirates. No, it was really fun though, because you would walk around and they had decorations around the stores that were like just all themed, really fun. It was really cute. The giant ant. Oh my god. Fries in my roommate. The fries that my roommate worked at was so janky and dull. I think at some point you could go into Fries and like physically see a building or like a company, I guess, or like a franchise slowly wither away. There was this one time when I went to one of the local Fries before they went bankrupt, where I went in trying to look for a cable. I think it was the 1/4 inch jacks for my on my headsets, I think. And I went in there and it was just so sad. It was very, very sad. You went in there and then you went across the shelves. They were all empty. Some of the products were just, scattered around. They weren't even placed on display, and then they had the bucket of like cheap $1 games from companies you've never heard about that were really bad and janky. And it just looked really sad, And there were like a whole bunch of employees there, but they didn't care. Like, they weren't paying attention. They were just chatting, hanging out, and playing on your phones. It's really depressing. It is. It's not just depressing that way too, but like they had music. So you're walking around there and there's really nice upbeat music about like, oh, like welcome to our store. Have you checked out these deals and this and that? And then you look around and it's like empty. Everyone's just gone. That's some very old stock on the shelves, like 2012 stuff, right? Like that night in the woods moment. Seriously. Exactly how it was. I was just like, what? Yeah. Radio Shack in my town was like that too. Reminds me of a previous job at Office Max closing down. The stock kept shrinking day by day. And they just never get any new inventory, so it just never restocks, That's like right when Toys R Us closed, right before they closed. Oh, that too. Isn't Toys R Us coming back again? I read news that Toys R Us is coming back again. I don't know how they do it. They constantly keep going out and then they come back. They go out and then back again. Tiger Direct used to have physical stores too. Wow. Man. Chat, I don't think anyone will. I don't think, unless you. Okay, this is one of those things you had to have been there. You had to have been there. But Black Friday, by Fry's Electronics, those were wild. I went specifically to a Black Friday, or I specifically went to a Fry's Electronics during Black Friday, and we did the whole, you get there at like 10 p.m. the Thursday before, right after you finish eating your Thanksgiving dinner, and you just rush over, and then you set up camp. We brought out those little lawn chairs, the foldable, collapsible, the tiny ones, and then we hung out all huddled up in our blankets and stuff to like collect. I don't know, what was I really wanted? Like 256 megabyte USB-A flash drives, or I don't know. I don't even remember what I was trying to get. But we were there. We were just trying to like collect deals on so much good stuff, and I remember those. I never wanted to do that ever again because I had the the next day. We went there. We went shopping, and then we like rushed inside the store, and everything was on sale. And I remember back in high school, my friends and I getting the what was it? Little flyers they put out. They're like, oh, by the way, come check out our Black Friday sale. Here are the discounts on all these amazing things. It's like 70 to 80% sales. And what we did was we went and got a notebook, and then we mapped out like a blueprint of the map and hit like these little certain areas. We're like, all right, we're gonna go here and then over here and then over here, and we're gonna pick up these sales, and like, all right, these are where the CD players are. Over here is where the earphones are, and all this and that. And we were not prepared. The adults who went there first were savage. By the time we got there, we didn't get anything that we wanted. I remember getting like a single flash drive, like a thumbstick drive, zip drive. I think that was what they called it back then. But we were just a bunch of high schoolers, but no, they were straight up like college students who had everything planned out, and they were like running drills, you know, before entering to make sure that they were, you know, in tip-top condition to get inside. It was wild. With all the plans, yeah. Black Friday sales post 2020 aren't even good deals anymore. Honestly, yeah. The deals that I got were back in 2010? 2011? 10, 11-ish. That was when they had really good sales. Like really, really good sales. I wanted the Black Friday experience because it seemed so high energy. Woke up at 7, crawled out of bed, got to stand in line at the store, and I had the, oh, this stinks actually moment. Yeah. It's not as, the idea of it, the concept of it is fun, but when you're actually there and you're cold and you can feel the oils on your skin because it's overnight and your hair itches and you're like, I want to sleep, and you start to feel that slight little migraine on your temples, the little headache, the little throbbingness because you're not getting enough sleep. When you feel all of that, you're like, no, I don't want to do this ever again. I want to be back at home, wrapped up in a blanket, warm and safe in my bed. Some of my family still do Black Friday. I don't get it. It's not worth it anymore. I feel like Black Friday in brick and mortar stores nowadays is just for the experience, because almost all the sales have gone online now. They're just digital, you know? You get people pushing and you might not even get what you're looking for. Yeah. Everyone collectively went, man, maybe I don't want to camp 12 hours outside the Apple store. Yeah, and then they just all stopped, you know? First time I went Black Friday shopping, I bought Super Mario Galaxy. Nice. Cyber Monday. Yeah, that's the thing now. I'm not even sure if Cyber Monday is like a thing, like a day thing. I think it's like a weekend thing now, because every single place I went to has like, check out these sales for early Cyber Monday, and it's up by Saturday. You know, the whole weekend is there, and then, oh no, not again. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. We'll just chill. You can just chill. Let me eat Zatsu. Hello, chat. Hello, chat. Apologies for all the network issues. We back? I think we're back. Hello, hello. Yomi, thank you for the super chat. I'm so sad Black Friday sales started to be not worth it when I started making adult money. Yeah. Yeah. That's a mood. Because back then I didn't have we didn't have like the disposable income as younger children. Like high school, early college, we didn't really have it then. And then right as we started getting money, the Black Friday sales went from like 60% off, 70% off down to like 20% off, 10% off, or 2% cash back. I feel like Cyber Monday is becoming a month-long thing now. It is. It seriously is. It became like a Cyber Monday. Check out our deals only this one day, and then Cyber Weekend or Cyber Monday weekend, and then it's just that, and then it's like, oh, come check out these sales, the Black Friday sales happening all month long, and then just that's like the only thing they change. They don't even change the prices or the sales or discounts. They keep that all the same. And the only thing they alter is it's early Black Friday sales, and then Black Friday sales, and then Cyber Weekend, and then Cyber Monday on Monday. the prices and the discounts are all identical throughout all of the days, but then they just change the banner on the webpage. That's all it is now, isn't it? In Germany, Black Friday turned into Black Week. Oh, man. All the discounts are mid. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to buy anything anymore. The deals are good enough. You can shop the whole weekend. I haven't felt that way in a while, you know? I haven't been able to find any really good sales that make me want to buy things, you know? Busangan, hello, thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Really appreciate that. Love to see the hearts. If you enjoyed, please receive one. If you receive one, please enjoy the channel patch and the emotes. Thank you so much for the 20 gifted. Thank you. I haven't found a really good one. Black Friday sales for any product category, cosmetics and stuff like that. Do they even know the real thing? Probably not. I feel like at some point it just became super commercialized. Instead of like a... if I remember, Black Friday was named Black Friday because it was a day when companies would just sell off a lot of items to enter into, or their like balance books into the black. So if they had made losses in a month, they would just sell off a whole bunch to like enter into the black, like on their ledgers or something like that, is what I remember it being. Julie B, thank you so much for the super chat. Hello, Shinri. I have a job interview in less than an hour, so thank you for creating such a nice, relaxing place. Definitely helps with the nerves. Good luck. I hope it goes well. Thank you so much for the super chat. And of course, good luck with your interview. I think, yeah, so like when it comes to like company ledgers, simple Pengu's right. Black is profit, red is loss, and they call it Black Friday to sell off things and make enter back into the profit if they had made losses in that time. So like that's what's called Black Friday. It was a way for businesses to quickly make a profit by selling off a lot of items and a lot of back stock. I'm forgetting the exact specifics, but that was what I was told to me, and that's kind of how I like remembered it anymore. As someone who works on e-commerce, this kind of promotion is not enjoyable anymore. I can believe the struggle, yeah. But yeah, that's what it's called. I believe that is why it was called Black Friday. But then now, it's not. I don't believe it's like Black Friday in that sense anymore. It's just become the name that you give to that phenomenon of a commercialized quote-unquote holiday where people just kind of celebrate sales. I say celebrate with massive air quotes, but you know, working retail, it's always terrible. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Black Friday, Lord. Man. It sounds better than Capitalism Day. What is that? What was that? Reciteer. Capitalism. Ho. I thought it was called Black Friday because people were camping out when it was dark. Oh, honestly, I could see that. I can see that connection there. Because you were camping out in the dark. But it was based off bookkeeping, ledger, accounting, numbers, profits, and all that fun stuff. I had to skip my Black Friday retail shift last year by getting COVID. Oh no! I hope you're feeling better and have recovered since then. But glad you were able to avoid the messiness of a Black Friday shift. Here's literally gaslights residue into thinking her debt collector is her friend. Yeah. Man. Disney making a Black Friday special in 2048 to remind us all the true meaning of the holiday. I wouldn't be surprised. At some point, someone's gonna... Like, Chad, do you guys remember... what was it? 2012. That's what it was. The movie 2012. There was a phenomenon, or not phenomenon. There was like an urban legend, urban myth, saying that the world was gonna end in 2012, and then they made a movie out of it, and it's like, really? Like, you gotta make a movie out of this? The end of the world, right? I remember that. And then they made a movie out of it. I'm pretty sure at some point they're gonna make a movie out of these two. The end of the Mayan calendar or something. The quote prophesies the end of the world based on the mistranslated Mayan calendar, right? I think it was like, the world is end. I think so. Like, what was it? Do you remember Y2K? That's what I was gonna think about. Like, why did they make a movie about Y2K? Like, at some point, at some point in the future, when humans use, I don't know, base 13, this is base 10, they'll be like, the year 1999. People thought the world was going to end because Y2K would happen, and computers and all the devices on the planet were not prepared to go from 1999 to 2000, and the zeros would cause all the programs and algorithms to crash, and the stock market would explode, and this and that. And then the year 2000 came, nothing happened. We have been going through the end so many times, yeah. So many times, every single time. It's always a different flavor too, Sometimes it's, an internet worm will take down the world, or some post-apocalyptic doomsday thing will happen, an asteroid will hit the earth. I was 6 months during Y2K, oh no. I was so small when Y2K happened, I was really confused, yeah. I remember Y2K is 23 years ago now. It is very old, very, very old. Media sensationalized it, and engineers have been working on it for years by that point. Yeah, they really did. I remember watching it on the TV though. They were talking about just, like, everyone's like, are you prepared for Y2K? Are you prepared? You should. Like Sasaki, thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you. It's a wild time. End of an era, but the beginning of a new era if that counts. I don't like this era. I want an era where we can all just sleep and eat delicious food and not have to work. Not pay bills. Yeah, we get rid of bills. The year 3000. Starting in the year 3000, we should just get rid of bills. I wasn't born, and it sounds silly in retrospect. It's wild to think that it's happened. Like, there are people out there who they're like, 18-year-old, you can vote, you can drive a car, but you were born after 2000. It's wild. Few instances where Y2K did cause a problem due to lack of preparations, the fears weren't completely unfounded. Go back 56 million years ago. No, I like pizza, and pizza wasn't a thing 56 million years ago. Have you seen the Prepare for Y2K video? It aged pretty bad. I'm pretty sure I have seen it once, but I don't remember. I don't remember it. Those are like, the year 2000 was going to be the end of the world. 2012 was going to be the end of the world. And then someone was like, actually, no, we did the calculation wrong. It wasn't like, what, September something, 2012? It was in like October, a month later or something like that. And then they pushed it back by like a couple of months. Right? There was a decent people that moved the due date a week. Right? They were like, yeah, like we didn't account for like leap years or something. And because of all the leap years, we have the extra days. Like, to keep pushing it back. Oh my goodness. I remember seeing a documentary, I think, of some people who were like claiming the end of the world was coming around. And there was this one person who was filmed in the middle of like New York Times Square or something like that, like a public area. And it was like, oh, it was like the rapture or something. The end of the end times are coming, and all the believers would be saved, and the rest of the world would be plunged into hellfire. And then Harold Camping, that sounds familiar. I think it was that. And then he was filmed in the middle of the crowd, just there, and then the time came, and then went, and it was just really awkward. I don't know, man. I don't know. So here's my thoughts. Here's my thoughts on it. 1, it is not real, so we don't have to worry about it. Or 2, it is real, and we get to check out a really cool movie in first person for about an hour or so before it stops becoming a problem. You know? That's my thoughts on it. So enjoy what we have for now. Don't think too much about it. There's nothing to prepare, right? Thanks again for the super chat. I like the second option. Right, same. Wasn't there some giant particle smash machine a few years back that says it'll make a black hole? Yeah, the Large Hadron Collider. It did make a black hole, but the black holes it makes like super, super tiny. And they last maybe, what? Like a millionth of a second? Like it creates a black hole, but it exists for barely a blip in time. Did it even last a second? No, not even a whole second. I'm pretty sure they only made it like, you know, a thousandth of a second before it like just blipped itself out. So tiny and unstable, very cute. Black holes like, oh, oh, tiny shy black hole. They're very microscopic and evaporate functionally immediately afterwards. Yeah. Man. Okay, here's the thing, chat, though. Right? My guilty pleasure is watching Doomsday Preppers. Okay, chat? My guilty pleasure is watching Doomsday Preppers. Because I want to think about what happens afterwards. Alright? Let's say there is a zombie apocalypse, okay? Let's say there is a nuclear winter or whatever, right? Let's just say that, okay? And just watching Vesper. Okay, here's the thing though. Let's say you survive, right? Then what? Like, are you serious? Like, okay, there was this one person, I forget what one of the episodes. This family had set up this incredibly amazing self-sustaining compound, essentially in the middle of a desert. They had all these water recycling, all these water filtration devices, and you know, all like they had their own like hydroponics going around, and everything was like super high tech, right? And then I would get so bored, you know? I want to see like no more new movies, no more new memes, no more new viral tweets. Like what would you do then? Right? It's just no Wi-Fi, exactly. No Wi-Fi, no VTubers. What would you do? You live out your days trying to repopulate Earth, but that's the thing, you can't. There's not enough biological diversity within like your genetic diversity within those two people, right? No new video games, exactly. Zigzag, Okwedi, thank you for re-upping the membership. You can get that PS2 at an incredible discount. Thank you for the membership. And Milky Mama, thank you for the super chat. When I was in high school, I saw a video about a man in Mexico who predicted the end of the world with beans. Then years later, it never happened. I'm 23 here still after 3 world end moments. Same. We're all here together. Yeah. We're all here. Still surviving many of those. Are you the person that Vesper trusted with his rice stash? No. Because I'm gonna be honest. Okay, like Doomsday Preppers are always like, oh, you need to prepare rice and beans and this and that, right? But then they never talk about seasoning. And that's how I know you're not gonna survive. You know? That's how I know you will not survive. Okay, you have 5 gallons of rice, okay? What are you gonna do with that? Are you just gonna eat plain rice for the rest of your life? You know? Like, there's no seasoning? Like, you know, salt and pepper, that's it, really? Just salt and pepper the food for the rest of your life. Come on. You may survive, but you won't live, right? Secretly watches Doomsday Prepper to Doomsday Prep. No, like, at the very least, you know the sprinkling that they have, isn't that just British food? Oh my gosh. See, that's what you need though. You need that MSG, right? Perhaps some Maggi sauce. Oh, right. You're not living anymore. But I mean, is that really a life worth living at that point? You know the powder that you make that you can mix into rice with the like little flakes of fish and little bits of seaweed, or I forget what it's called generally. Oh gosh, Boxy Birdie Okoiri. Furikake, yeah, furikake. Yeah. Like, at least get that, you know? If you have 5 gallons of rice. Okay, let's not 5 gallons. Let's say like you have 50 gallons. Enough to last a long, long time, right? At least get furikake enough to season all of that. I can live up playing kanji. No. No. Carrots, mushrooms. At the very least, you need carrots and mushrooms in there. Furikake with tuna and rice like Kewpie mayo? Exactly. But here's the thing. End of the world, no more Kewpie mayo. What you gonna do? What happens when all the Kewpie mayo runs out? That's it. You know? The last bottle of Kewpie mayo. Because they can't make it anymore. And then even if you go into the facility, right? Let's say you managed to fight your way to the Kewpie mayo facility, right? The power's been gone for 2 months. There was one, oh gosh. Wait, there was one, it was a show about like the time scale. What happens after humans are gone? Like, if, assuming humans all blipped out of existence in a single moment, every single human just vanished off the planet, how long would it take for our infrastructure to fail? And then things like, oh, you know, within the first, I think it was like the first month, water would disappear. And then there are like electricity would stop within a week. Water would disappear after about a month. And then buildings and roads would start to decay and crumble after 1.5 months, 2 months or so. Things are very, very fast. They're only surviving right now because it wasn't that long, 3 weeks at best, right? Yeah. It was like super, super fast. A lot of the utilities that we have nowadays only continue to be utilities that get to us because there are people constantly maintaining them. And if we didn't have people maintaining them, you know, power is gone within 2 months. We don't have plot armor, so we would be screwed. Yeah. One day because I'll be blowing everything up. With what though? You wouldn't be able to order any like explosives or purchase them. Like, functionally, all the utilities you have would cease, you know? We live in the forest, let's go. The future is wild, maybe? Maybe it's that one? Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think it's that one. No, it was like it was more like a documentary style. Why are we on ruining the earth for selfish needs? Bunnies live here. Think of the bunnies. Absolutely. Yomi, thank you so much for the super chat. Dr. Stone premise. Is that it? I've not seen that. I've not actually seen Dr. Stone. Life After People. I think that's the one. Life After People. Yeah, I think it's that one. Life After People. Yeah. Can't you do natural refrigeration by digging a decent hole? You can preserve some foods, you cannot refrigerate. You would need ice for refrigeration. You'd have to go back to like salting meats. That's how far back you would have to go, you know? He hates how they operate run to failed equipment. Ooh. Felix, thank you so much for the super chat. Next Friday I'll turn 30. And I'm both unsure about leaving my 20s and entering my 30s. Guys like you, though, give me the courage to look forward to this new chapter. Happy early birthday. And enjoy your 30s. Enjoy them. It is spooky, but I'll be able to find some nice meaning in being 30. Thank you for the super chat. As someone who has been 30 for a while, I will say I don't have any like amazing inspirational words of courage or or any like rousing speech. I'll just say have fun. Just have fun with it. I'm sorry. We're all making things up as we go, and it doesn't change. We just keep making things up as we go. Not that they give it the super chat. The first thing I do in apocalypse is die. Mood. Hashtag relatable. 30s for a while. Yeah. I have been 30 for a while. I'm gonna go enter 30 season 2 in June. That's our secret. We're just winging it. Everyone is just winging it. But the thing I think Bettel told me this is that when you're winging it, just full send it, commit to it all the way. And if not, if it doesn't work out, doesn't matter. None of this matters. Just have fun. Just keep making things up. Keep making things up and keep, you know, taking that step forward. It's no different from when I was in my 20s. I look the same. I feel the same, or I don't feel the same. I like look the same, but I don't feel the same because my lower back is achy. Fake it till you make it. Wing it with confidence. Honestly, yeah, just full send the whole thing. Adulting is scary. It is. Adulting is scary. But I know everyone has it in them to make it work. Maturity is knowing that maturity is fake. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with some parts of that, yeah. My back is already gone, so I'm prepared. 30s is when you're done with school and prepping the stage of life and get to start to do whatever you want. It's the best. Make sure you take care of yourself though. Don't like overextend yourself and like hurt yourself. 30s, according to chat, is apparently still very young and you have a lot more life to go. So don't hurt yourself. Actual worst part of it getting older is your body doesn't work as well as it used to. Yeah, which is why taking care of it becomes more important. The creaky ankles. My wrist is still like right there. That's just my wrist, and this is how it is now. Like it's not. I can't do anything with this now. It's just how it is. I'm gonna be going around and trying to sneak into like Hurdle. I'm trying to sneak around, but my crunchy bones keep snap, crackling, and popping and alerting the guards. 30s is the prime Doom Prepper age. I don't want to be a Doom Prepper though. I only watch Doom Preppers to like vicariously live out the Doom Prepper life through someone else without the financial commitment. You know? Spooky, scary skeleton keeps alerting the guards. I laugh at my wrist cracks because it sounds so funny with its baby cracks. It gets bigger. It becomes like older, crunchy cracks soon. Prepping is camping fandom. That's a good way to put it, yeah. Okay, wait, hang on. If I were to prep for the end of the world, right? The most likely scenario is zombies, right? So, what would I prep for zombies? I want, if I were to prep for zombies though, it would have to be underground, all right? It would have to be underground. It could not be a structure above ground because zombies would see it and they'd be like, "Oh, look, it's a door. Let's rub our faces against the door and go," right? But have you ever seen a zombie crouch? Like, have you ever seen a zombie crouch and like lift up a grate from the ground? Very rare. Very rare. They're almost always like standing up tall and like sprinting at you and chasing you, right? Which is why all the doors would have to be on the ground. Like you know those bear the bear trash cans, right? Half body zombies on the ground. Okay. So like the trash cans for bears, when you go camping, they have this little metal covering on top where you have to slide your hand in, and it's designed in a way that only human fingers can enter in and undo the locking mechanism to open the trash can. Bears' paws can't bend their fingers in a way to open up that lock. And in the same way, I'm pretty sure zombies won't have the finger dexterity to open up a similar door. So it would have to be a door where you'd have to be like a lucid conscious human with the finger dexterity to open up a door by sliding your hand underneath a cover, you know? Days, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. If rigor mortis works like it should, yes, exactly. Zombies can bust walls though. That's why the zombies, that's why you had to have a bunker underground, because there will be no walls for the zombies to bust. And the zombies wouldn't be able to break down the bunker from the top, because what they would have to do is they would all have to get together, coordinate, and then all jump up and down simultaneously over and over again to cause any like significant damage, right? What if they're cute? Oh, okay. That changes things. Are they still zombies with like personality? You know? Are they zombies with personality, right? Thank you for the super chat. Isn't it trivia that the zombie apocalypse would end almost instantly because of zombies? I think so. I'm pretty sure. Hey, Okwedi, Shinri's weakness, dangerous but cute. Honestly, yeah, that you can put that on my Pokemon card. My weakness is dangerous but cute. A Doomsday scenario. Like warm bodies, right? I mean, it's like if they still have personality. You know, if they're completely devoid of personality, then I wouldn't really mind it. But if they had personality, right? Like, what would I do? I would wear body armor or like chainmail. It's gotta be chainmail because you can't bite through chainmail, right? And chainmail is flexible, it's light, very, very resistant to bites. I would wear chainmail, and then I would have to go and I would kabedon every single zombie to see if they have like personality in them or if they blush, you know? And then if they blush and they react, then I'll know that it's like, oh, you're still, you know, you still have your faculties about you. And if they don't, then I know that they're too far gone, you know? Like, that's what we'll do. They can't blush if they're dead, their blood ain't moving. Oh, that's right. We'd have to check for like pupil expansion then, you know? What if the blush isn't visible? We would have to like set up a way to have all the zombies like enter into like, you know those like sci-fi like sterilization chambers where like people who go outside and explore like space, they come inside and they're like decontaminated, things like that. And then they'll go into a room where we'll be like Kabedon for personality check. A tall Ronin is approaching you and Kabedons you against the wall. Roll for personality check. That doesn't even make sense. Roll the Constitution save. I'm running about OCs and hearing about wanting to rid zombies where I end up a different universe. Honestly though, but like, what if the zombie Kabedons you? Aww. That would be very cute. I would like to see them try. They would like kabedon, right? They would reach out, they would like kabedon, right? And then they'd have to like tilt their head up to look at me. It'd be really cute. That'd be adorable. Oh, my heart. The size difference there though. Like if they try to kabedon and then they're looking up at you, they're putting on that Riz face, but you're just looking down, you're like, ah, small. Is too small and tries to kabedon. Exactly, right? What if we're dead inside? We're all dead inside. It's fine. I'm already dead inside. So it's a good like standard baseline. Even playing field for everybody, you know? That's what I think. Like if it's zombie outbreak, it would have to be bunkers underground. Because I have never seen zombies crouch down, put their hands inside a grate, and then like properly grip it, and then lift up the grate, right? For food, mushrooms, all the mushrooms. I give them so many mushrooms because mushrooms are pretty versatile. You don't need light to grow mushrooms, and you can grow a remarkable variety of mushrooms in your food. And best part, chat, you get to prepare mushrooms in a lot of ways. You can like just generally cook them. You can put them in soups, in stews, in salads. You can even deep fry the mushrooms, make mushroom burgers. Oh yeah, I want that. That's what I want. I'll survive off mushrooms because mushrooms have a lot more nutrients than just rice. Like beans, mushrooms, easy to grow in the dark too. Exactly. So you don't need power. You need some water too. But for the most part, as long as the air is humid, you don't need to water the mushrooms too much. They kind of are pretty good on their own, you know? Spores are going to take over your bunker. This is why you have a dedicated grow room for the mushrooms. Mushrooms and potatoes. Exactly. Mushrooms, potatoes, and then what else? You need to be careful that the spores don't change and become a poisonous type. As long as you plant edible mushrooms, they'll just keep making more edible mushrooms because like a pro and a con of growing today is everything's like a monoculture. Like you plant, oyster mushrooms, and they'll just keep making more oyster mushrooms. They won't change into anything else because there's not going to be enough time for them to like genetically diversify away from being more oyster mushrooms. Wood ear mushrooms. You could have, like, if I could get, I love wood ear mushrooms. Wood ear mushrooms are really nice. They're the little brown ones that look like, they look like ears. That's what they call wood ears. But they're very tasty. And they have like a nice, like rubbery, kind of chewy texture to them. That's really nice in soups. I really like it. Shinri's entity of the day. Cute zombie with personality. Didn't expect to visit on Zatsu stream. You're with the super chat. Next is Natsudan. I want to talk about how I tried to take Hakka onto a journey of exercising, but instead it's just exercising spirits, but instead it's actually like Tinder dates with the spirits. And the only reason I'm having Hakka there to exercise is so that I can talk to them after they get pulled out of whatever body they're in like possessing at the moment. Yeah, I gotta give it a super chat. If you have a steady heartbeat, you don't have a chance to shit. Right? I'm just grabbing Hakka out of it like, oh hey, look, did you hear that there's a spirit that needs to be exorcised here? Come along. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Hey Hakka. Thanks for stopping by. There he is, right? You see? Easy peasy. This is what I do. I go around on the newspapers. I look at all the newspaper clippings, and then I look for stories about people being possessed, and I'm like, oh, what if cute? What if cute? And then we go to exercise. And Hakka's there to do his job as an exorcist, and then I'm there to what am I there to? Oversee and provide moral support. Yeah, exactly. There we go. To riz him up? No. I take care of the big ghost mommies, don't worry. Every single time we exercise, like, is this our new mom? Is this our new mom? Ah, man. Why isn't there such a series, like a service though, right? When are we getting that bonk emo? Things about the game for the super chat. You let the dad who sends his kid up to Little League to go meet single moms. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's right. I'm the dad who signs up his child exorcist to go meet single spirits and demons. Oh no. Oh no. I'm that guy. Oh no. Oh my god, the lore of Tempus got lost somewhere in there. Hot single spirits in your area. How are you not the exorcist of the group? I'm just curious if your guys' roles were reversed. No, Lito, thank you for re-upping the reciprocal. Because I wouldn't exorcise them, I'd just make a harem of them instead. There would be no exercising here. I would just collect them all and then just bring them back over to the guild. That's why. He would lay them to rest. No, not like that. Oh my god. No. Oh my god. Of all the comments to read, it's that one. Oh, I got one guide. Oh no. Ooh, they call him a Ghostbuster for a reason. Hakka, no. Who taught you that? Who taught you that? Oh my god. No. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay, but I will say, Chad, in Dread Out, that Kunti-chan in Dread Out, that photo, like, come on. Mysterious lady in red? Come on. Even the Pochong on the bike, like, come on. Just rocking it, you know? Very cute, they are. Very pretty. The Laura's Hakka joined you because she needed someone to find you dates. Hakka's just, it's a cover. The whole Exorcist act is a cover so that he's my wingman when we go out. Some of the ghosts in Dread are cute, right? Why? If evil, if spirit, if demon, why cute? Why cute? Lady in the dress or Kunti-chan. Right now, I would say Kunti-chan, but I don't know. We would need to learn more about the lady in the red dress. If demon evil, why hot? Exactly. If evil, why French-shaped? Why? Okay. Let's be honest though. Why were they so stacked? Like we took a picture at the very beginning, right? And we saw it and we're like, damn. Like, damn. You know? Evil is hot, that's why. We're supposed to fear them, why hot? It's honestly, like, I don't know, because I want to go back and play that first level again. Act 0. Yeah, that one was, not the eye tracker. Oh my god, that's right. We should have played that with the eye tracker. I completely forgot. Oh my goodness. No, wait, chat. Yeah, remind me to use the eye tracker next time we play a horror game. Remind me to use the eye tracker. That was the whole point. I had gotten the eye tracker to play spooky games. And like, that was the entire point of getting the eye tracker, and then I completely forgot to do it. No. I remember putting on the eye tracker for Resident Evil 4, and then I forgot about that too. And the heart rate monitor for the Doki Doki. Gonna catch you checking up on them in 4K HD. Don't ask me what color her eyes were. I shouldn't read this stream. Hey, her eyes were black. Pitch black. I don't think she had eyeballs. So... Wait. If she didn't have eyeballs, how would she know I was there? Unless... Smell? Wangy wangy? Like, cologne. Like, you'd have to wear cologne, and then you leave a small, like, trail of cologne. And then... Oh, Dave Ronin. Morgan Fragrance, I can smell you. Right? I don't know, Chad. There's something about spooky. Like, think about it. They don't have eyes, right? So they can't see you. They would have to find another way to like get you, right? What other things are you emitting? What other things are you like sending out? What signals are you sending out into the world? You know? God, I love how basically every horror game is turning turns into a dating simulator stream. Thank you for the super chat days. I'm just very alone. Spraying cologne like breadcrumbs to get the ghost to follow you home, right? Echolocation to hear the breathing. So if I start breathing heavily, will that help the spirits find me? I am insanely touch-starved, so I will take it. They want me dead, but at least they want me. That should just be my next tagline on my streams, you know? Don't be that desperate. No, but they're very pretty. Are you a yandere enjoyer? Maybe? Yandere, I guess so. I haven't seen much like media with too many yanderes. Quote from the Dreadout stream, I'm thirsty but not that thirsty. Okay, when I turned around, I saw her open her mouth and a swarm of locusts were coming out of her mouth. That would make for a very bad makeout session. I'm just saying. If you're like making out with someone and then, you know, things get hot and they lose control and they just vomit locusts into your mouth, I'm not sure if I'm about that. I mean, at least toast them first with like seasoning and like some chili peppers and spices. Kimi, thank you for the super chat. Sleepy Shinri is very precious. Thank you. Hakka's like, I mean... I don't know. Don't finish that part. Crispy locusts while making out. Right? Just... I don't know where this is going. I go thank you for the super chat. Was there some sort of chance Monster Musume was some awakening of your current interesting tastes? Don't worry, I don't judge. Monster Musume. Why does that sound familiar? I don't know about that one. That sounds never change. I probably won't. No, I've been thirsting for ghosts and spirits and demons for a while. Hang on, wait, what is Monster? What is Monster? Japanese manga. Ooh, I've not seen this one. No. Oh, it's really cute. It's really cute, but no, I've not seen this one. I've never read it. I know all about that 100%. It's the Monster Girl series. I see a spider, a slime harpy, a naga, and then I can't tell what the pink and blonde hair monsters are. They have like the top part of a human. I've only seen memes of the Naga like rearing a child, and that's it. That's the only memes I've only seen of this one. I've never actually seen the episodes or like the show. Oh, it's a centaur. Okay, the bottom half of the body is like blocked off by the logo, so I can't see it. What about the Grim Reapers like Unohana? Wait, let me... Yeah, wood. Clopbot. No, not Clopbot. No. I think Clopbot is a wonderful Holostar Kohai, but I do not feel about my my coworkers, I guess, in that way. Not Clopbot. Not Clopbot. I don't think any of the boys. Not in that way, at least. Clopbot is hot, I guess, but Clopbot is also a coworker. So, I don't know. Very dangerous territory. What's the best monster out there? Best? Like, best in terms of what, though? You have to qualify that with like a particular criteria, because you can't just say best. Lots of robot girls. Not right, I suppose. I don't know too many robot girls. The only robot girl that I know is XJ9 from My Life as a Teenage Robot, and I just want to protect because small, but like beyond that, I don't really have much experience or like knowledge. Right? Android 18? Android 18 is taken though. I feel weird about like thirsting after people who are already taken. You know, because she's happy with Krillin, you know? Next is Shinri ranking monsters on dateability. I would have to properly go and make sure that the that all the monsters and ghosts and spirits that I want to date are like single and available and like me in their 30s with their hopes and dreams crushed and barely surviving every single morning with like at least 6 cups of coffee every single day, you know? Like if you crawl out of bed and you're happy and excited about the day, I'm scared, right? You gotta be like me where you wake up and you're just like, don't talk to me until I have my coffee. And you like struggle to get the coffee, and it's only after you have coffee in you that you're able to start like, you know, becoming a functional being. Wasn't there a dating sim where you date eldritch beings? Yeah, Sucker for Love, yeah. The characters in Sucker for Love are really cute. They're really cute. I want to play it. I think we do have perms for it because it's by the same people who made Mortuary Assistant, I think. And I hear that they're getting a sequel. I like him like that. Hakka. Yeah. Wait, really? Yeah. They had like a really cute early 90s or late 90s, early 2000s anime style trailer for the sequel. It's very cute. It's very, very cute. Hot ghost tier list. I would have to like, I had to figure out all the ghosts there are, you know? I need to check. It's really cute. Check out the trailer. It's really adorable. They do the same late 90s, early 20s anime-esque like the 4:3 aspect ratio thing. It's really, really cute. Lady in Red top 5. Phasmophobia hot ghost tier list. Hang on, let's see. Phasmophobia ghost models? Ghost models, okay. Wait, Phasmophobia only has three ghost models? 4? Oh, I see. Okay. So Phasmophobia, the ghosts models are not directly related to the ghost types. It's not like each type has their own model. It's that the model that's used in game that hunts you is just like shuffles through a few, and then the ghost type itself is independent of the actual model used in the game. Ah, okay. Man, I mean, that would make sense, because if you saw a really pretty lady floating with a long dress, you'd be like, ah, Yude. Easy peasy. That does make sense. Okay. Wait, I want to know. Wait, what do general depictions of Yude look like? Ghost. Honestly, she just looks really tired. She just... Is it... I'm gonna be honest. She looks very generic. White outfit, long black hair, tired. Her hands up in that cute little... The stereotypical goes, like... Okay, chat. Can I just say something? You know the stereotypical ghost hand pose, right? Where you, like, hold up your wrist and you let your fingers dangle down, right? I can't find that scary, because if you curl your fingers up just a little bit, it's like you're doing the cat pose. It's like, yeah, it's that, okay? Get your hands, lift your wrist up, dangle your fingers down, and then curl your fingers in, and you're like, yeah? It's that pose. It's so cute. I can't get scared of it. It's adorable. Like... Oh my god, you're right. See? So whenever I see a ghost dangling their fingers down like that, like raising their wrist and be like, ooh, right? In my mind, I'm just like, just curl your fingers a little bit. Yeah. And that's it. That's all it is. It's so cute. My heart, like every single time I see it, I'm like, oh. Like, I think, is she, you know, limstressed? Yeah, ghost. Thank you for the super chat. It's so cute though, you know? I want to. The next time I see a ghost walking up to me with a little limp wrist thing, right? They'd be like, ooh. I'll just be like, wait, hold on. Could you like, just curl your fingers for a little bit? And the ghost will be like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Like, they'll be so taken aback by a very specific question of, please curl your fingers up a little bit. That they'll like, I'm pretty sure at least 1 in 5 ghosts will be like, what? And they'll look down. See, like they'll be like, they'll have their hands up and they'll be like, ooh, right? I'll ask them, hey, can you curl your fingers up a bit? And they'll be like, what? And they'll look down and then they'll curl up their fingers and then realize what they're doing and be like, god damn it, Shinri, really? Like, now I can't unsee this. Can you kabedon a ghost though? I want to. I want to kabedon a ghost, and then the ghost will get all super blushy, and then phase through the wall to try to run away. And I think that'd be very cute. And I'd be like, no, come back. Oh, my heart is melting just thinking about that. That's really cute. Like kabedon, right? And it's like big blush, and like slowly fades, and like phases through the wall to get away, you know? Oh, my Kokoro. It's so cute. Ghosts can't blush. We'll find a way to make him blush. Kabedon against the barrier between life and death. Damn, okay, I understand you better now. Honestly, every single thing that's spooky, if I see it, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute. And then I just imagine, like, giving them a big hug. You're gonna get a ghost harem at this point. I wish. One day, maybe, as a dream, in the future. Like a life aspirational goal. I'll hold hands with the ghost under my bed. Aw. Like, okay, this is what you do. You're gonna sit on your bed, right? And then you're gonna dangle one of your feet over, and the moment the monster under the bed reaches out and grabs your foot, you grab with your hand and then you hold hands. Imagine how terrified that monster will be. Because you're ready for it. Because here's the thing. From the monster's point of view, they can't tell. All they see is your foot dangling off the edge of the bed, right? And they're like, oh, I want to grab his foot and scare him, right? So they like reach out and they grab your foot, and then suddenly from the top also comes another hand that grabs your hand. And then you hear like, oh, what's this? Because that would be the jump scare. Because from the monster's point of view, right? From the monster's point of view, a hand out of nowhere, out of sight, just jumped out and grabbed their hand. You know? Premarital hand holding. NSC, thank you for the super chat. Try to now stop making me flustered. Sergio, you're so creative. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for the super chats. Right? So they grab your foot, you grab their hand, and then you pull them out of the bed, and then like you pull them out from under the bed, and then you throw them on the bed, and then it's like, ha. Let's introduce ourselves, but like let's try again. You know, like, hey, I'm no, not like that, chat. We don't even know their name yet. Not even ghost with 3 feet. Shinri, will you take responsibilities if these ghosts awaken something in me? Sure. Of course. But demons are into feet? A few of them are, apparently. There's a reason why you're a rodent, all the spirits run away from you. Why isn't this an anime already? I think there is. Or I'm mistaking it for a manga. Maybe it wasn't turned into an anime. Maybe there is. I think it's familiar. It might be, probably. Thank you for the super chat. This is what's gonna happen, right? I will move into a new place and I'll realize it's haunted, and then what if we're like in the morning, right? We're like cooking, and then in the morning I like cook a little extra, and like I leave a nice plate of pancakes, eggs, sausages, and like a glass of milk, and just like casually slide it over to the door where the attic is, and just leave it there. You know, like you don't have to draw attention to it. You just leave it there. Like, hey, by the way, you know, just slide it over and leave it there, and then go off to work, and then come back, and the dishes and plates are in the sink afterwards, and it's all like, oh, it's really cute, you know. That's what I'm thinking. It's adorable. Ghost snackies, exactly, right? You have the little bowl and you put the little chopsticks inside it to make it like an offering. Exactly. There's a spicy one that's kind of cute with the guy's friends with the cute ghost lady. Aren't there a lot where they're friends with the cute ghost lady or ghost husbando? I shouldn't be just making friends early in the afterlife. What if you accidentally get a fae instead of a ghost? Not a problem. We'll figure things out. I'm sure we can, like, I'm sure there's an app that translates. Fine. Did the ghost use chopsticks? No. So they can't like eat offerings just on their own. They would have to be presented to them with the offering. So like with the chopsticks like stuck into the rice vertically. You know, like you need to have it that way. It needs to be like proper offering style food for the ghost to be able to eat it. You can't just like, if you leave food just out there on its own, they can't interact with it. This is why you have to properly like prepare it. So I wonder if like one day, oh my gosh, wait, would that work for all utensils? So like, pancakes. Like just get a fork and like stick it into pancakes, and then they can eat the pancakes. And then like a baked potato. What if? I'm really curious. What if, like, we got Taco Bell? What if we got Taco Bell and I stuck the chopsticks into like the Taco Bell burrito? And then it's like, hey, you know, like, oh no, it's gotta be KFC. Like during Christmas, we'd have to go get KFC, and then I would get like a fork and like chopsticks and like stick them into the KFC drumsticks, and then like offer them up because like, hey, by the way, like here in Japan, every Christmas we enjoy KFC. It's like a cultural thing. So like, you know, since it's Christmas, I know you're a ghost and undead, but like still thought it'd be fun if we could celebrate together. And then you know, offer them a KFC bucket, but with like chopsticks stuck inside the bucket, you know? The plastic spork, yeah, the really flimsy plastic spork thing. Exactly, that's what we'll do, and then just enjoy a nice little KFC dinner over Christmas together. I think that'd be very cute. Like, I know you died like, you know, 2,000 years ago, and like the cultures back then weren't the same, but like, here's what we do now in the modern world, and I think it'd be very cute. Chopsticks and KFC, the ghost of Colonel Sanders will come and slap you. Fun food offerings. I want to cook a whole bunch of food. Okay, chat. It's like, you know, the isekai manga / anime, where the guy gets isekai'd into a game and then he just cooks food for like all the fantasy RPG characters in that one, like that. But it's for ghosts, right? So it's like a world-class chef goes around cooking food for, like, delicious food for ghosts and offering them up as, like, I guess just offerings, right? Wouldn't that be cute? It's a cooking manga. It's a cooking anime, but you're offering them to spirits. That'd be so cute. And then, like, you could have, like, really fun, silly ones where you're offering all these, like, candies that the ghosts have never had, or like you could have a sad episode where like there's the ghost of a child and like he wants to eat, like, I don't know, the type of food that his mom made before he passed away, right? And it'd be a sad episode where the chef would like try to recreate the food and offer it up to the kid. And then they'd be like romantic ones where you're offering up, you know, like a steak, like a very fancy 5-course meal steak to like this couple ghost who like passed away on their honeymoon or something like that, you know? Like there's so much you could do with that. I think it'd be really cute. It'd be very adorable. There's already a manhwa of this, Spirit Chef. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. There's a webtoon called Soul Food that's kind of close. Oh, it's really cute. I love the pun on that one. It's adorable. I wouldn't read / watch that, right? It's gotta have a long title like transmigrate into another world to feed free ghosts with food. Delicious in dungeon. There's a bear cafe and RPG Maker that does this. Ooh, I'd have to go check that out. Chat, as always, my fish brain is not going to remember all of these, so please leave a comment in the VOD afterwards so that I can go back and review, because I'm going to forget the moment the stream is over. D&D cooking plus monsters. Yeah, but it's gotta be no monsters, ghosts. I want to see like offerings. Cause I think it'd be really great. Or like, what if there's like an immigrant ghost who like immigrated over to this country, but then like passed away because of an accident, and like, oh, I want to go eat the food of my home once more, and then you go on a little mission to travel over there to learn how to cook food there, and then you like bring back the home cooked recipes, so that because like, the ghost is bound to like the location that they like died in, they can't travel. They have to stay within the area, like a certain radius of like where they died. So the chef flies over, gets the recipe, brings it back, and then cooks it for them. Like, my Kokoro, it's so cute. It'd be such a sweet story, you know? The very last meal, yeah, like their final meal, so they can finally pass on. My heart. Very cute stuff. Afterlife in cooking, yeah. What if they request something impossible, or what if they're never satisfied? You can do that. I'm pretty sure you can make it into something fun like that. You know, like an old kooky person who's like super nitpicky. It's like, oh no, the egg is not cooked right. You need to do it again and again. And then at the very end, you find out that like, nah, all your food's amazing. I just wanted to have fun with you and see all the amazing ways that you were able to cook because, you know, back when I was around, they only cooked eggs in 2 ways, scrambled and hard-boiled. But I wanted to see the various, you know, different styles of cooking eggs in the future. And thank you for, you know, humoring me here one last time. You know, something like that. I think that'd be really cute. Oh, sounds like my grandpa. Oh, they don't want to go. Right. For real, I'm sure someone's writing this idea now. Please do it, please. Please take it. Please take the idea. I would love to see it. You know? Yeah. Speaking of food, chat. Speaking of food. Sounds kind of like Spiritfarer. Oh no. I still haven't finished Spiritfarer. I want to play it, but it's really sad. Man, I gotta schedule the game. There's one thing about Spiritfarer that I really found interesting. Without giving any spoilers away, Spiritfarer explores like passing on without fully closing everything. Like without complete closure. And I thought the way that they tackled that was very, very interesting. You know, like it's not like they would have like one main thing that you'd have to like solve for them, but then everything else, all the little things, some of them never fully get closure on. And being okay with that was like a little, I guess, a facet of moving on that Spiritfarer explored, and I really enjoyed that. Help lessen the sadness of things. Yeah, it really is a beautiful game. It really is. But we'll have to go schedule that in because we have so many already. It's very heavy. Yeah, you really do need to set some time. Like, it's not a game you can play for like an hour and then put down. It's you want to play the game for like an hour and then give yourself also another hour just to kind of let yourself process it all. It's a pretty heavy game. But yeah, I would definitely check it out. All right, chat. All this talk of dating ghosts and cooking food is making me hungry, and realizing that it is now a little over 3 hours in, and almost time for lunchtime here. I must head out, grab some food, and I'll go ahead and announce it right now. For members, if you have seen the post, the membership post, something has happened. Some nice coincidences have lined up, and today we will be canceling the 6 p.m. membership stream, and I will be hosting a unarchived karaoke, which is going to be a little bit spooky because I'm not the best at singing, but we'll see how that goes. I already have a playlist that was checked out by Mana-chan a while back, so this day, thanks for the chaotic Zatsu playing the game with the super chat. Thank you. I think we have a whole bunch of karaoke's happening today. I think it's Altair at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and then he'll go for about 2 hours or so, and then I'll have my unarchived karaoke, and then they'll go for a little while, and then I think Magni also has a 200,000 celebration. So please keep your eye out for that later today. And then let's see how many songs on the set list. I don't know. I asked for a bunch, but we'll see how that goes, right? Speaks, thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you. All right, but please do keep an eye out. I'll have the waiting room open soon, later on today. But again, thank you for stopping by earlier today and just humoring me with all the silliness in the Zatsu. And we'll see you all later today then. Yasumi, everybody. Yasumi. before we end, let me go see if anyone is currently streaming. And I do not see any other boys streaming. I see a few waiting rooms. Should I send you all over to... I think I can send you all off to Bettel, who is currently streaming, or his waiting room for a surprise League of Legends stream is here. So I'll send you over there to Bettel's waiting room. So please have a wonderful time there, and I will see you all next time, or later today. Oyasumi.